Intro. Today I'll be giving you all another update on the creepy TikTok family, also known as the Getchell family. The owner, Patrick Getchell, and then there's, of course, the daughter slash possible girlfriend, Sarah, then the wife, Theresa, and of course, the left out child, Hunter. All under the TikTok account username DadAndDaughterDreamTeam. For full context about the nightmarish family, make sure to watch the first two videos I made on them linked in the description below. Since my last video was in December, they deleted or deactivated the other account they were on due to the quote toxicity, but then went back to the Dad and Daughter Dream Team account, which had been deactivated since May of 2024, or at least inactive, but had a return on February 2nd.
Hello everyone. So I've been thinking a lot lately about my life and the direction it's taking, and I've been thinking a lot of years. I've enjoyed more success here on TikTok in the past 2 years than in the previous 3. And honestly, most of that success came in just a short 3 to 4 months.
I'm sure you all remember the old Dad and Daughter Dream Team account. That's the account that drew most of you to Sarah and I. We grew that account to over 34,000 followers in just 3 to 4 months. We even had a Cameo. And people actually wanted advice and encouragement from us. Don't know why.
We made several mistakes with that channel though.
The number one mistake we made was blocking the trolls. We spent way too much time filtering out comments, blocking the trolls, trying to cut out all the negativity because we wanted our channel to be about positivity. But in all honesty, the comments aren't where people look. They look at the video. That's where they get the positivity. If there's negativity in the comments, it just shows a contrast, and we should have just left it, honestly. Because, honestly, the trolls can't affect us, but they can help build us up. So that was number one.
The second mistake we made was we tried to monetize too much too fast. Our goal was to become full-time creators and travel the world. The problem is we tried to add too much, and it gave the impression that all we cared about was the money. Instead of making the videos we enjoyed, we made what we thought the algorithm wanted.
And finally, our other mistake was we were trying to please everybody. And that got a little bit out of hand because we were trying to do everything that everybody wanted us to do, and we weren't focusing on what we enjoyed and what we wanted to do. We ended up changing our whole channel to include the whole family because everybody was wanting to see more of Hunter and Theresa, when in actuality they're not really as adept at content creation and being on camera as we are.
All those factors, plus the fact that our trolls were and are totally obsessed with us and love to spread lies to creators starving for relevant content, made us shut down that joint account not once but twice. Well, you know what they say, third time's the charm.
That's right, folks. The Dad and Daughter Dream Team is returning to TikTok. Now, we may not be here long if something doesn't happen and we get a permanent solution for TikTok in the US, but in that case, we will find another platform where we can do our transitions and our dances the way we want to.
Yeah. Ever since shutting down our joint accounts and trying to build separate channels, we just haven't enjoyed it as much. We were meant to do this together. My dad and I are the dream team. Now that isn't to say that my mom and my brother won't be involved at all. They will be just as involved with this channel as they were with the original. But it will mostly be me and my dad, as that's the way we all prefer it.
So, be on the lookout for our official launch announcement here on this channel coming soon. We got to get some content ready first and get the channel up and running and all that good stuff. But if you've been missing the Dream Team, then I encourage you to go follow that account once we get it up and running. As for the trolls, please feel free to come join us over there. Watch our content. Comment all you like. We won't block you this time. We'll just let you keep boosting us to fame. And honestly, it's going to be a fun time watching you spin your wheels.
So you can spin your webs of lies because we don't care. Nothing short of TikTok getting permanently banned will make us shut down this account, and even then we will find another platform. We will even bring back our Cameo, so be ready. We will let you know when we launch. We love you all. Until then, stay positive and have an amazing day.
Taking down accounts all the time is very unproductive of what their goal is, which is to, of course, be these big content creators and TikTokers and make a lot of money and views. And whenever you just go from account to account, it's not helping you at all.
What? Dad, come here, quick!
What?
Look!
The Dream Team is back! Win, bro!
We got it!
Yay! So, you saw it here first. The Dream Team is back. It's funny because I can't believe how this happened, okay? I was actually trying to create the new Dream Team account like we announced on Sarah's channel. And when I was trying to create the new Dream Team account, I was going to use the same email because I thought it was deleted a year ago.
Yeah, like we deleted it, so we thought it was gone. We didn't have any chance of getting it back.
Exactly. So when I tried to use that email address, it just actually logged me in and asked if I wanted to reactivate our account.
And I was just sitting down, like just on my phone, scrolling through TikTok like I usually do. And he handed me his phone. He said, "Look at this." And I'm looking and I'm going, "Wait a minute. How did you get it back?"
I don't know. They just asked if I wanted to reactivate my account. I reactivated it. Has all of our followers. Has
all of our videos. It has everything we've ever saved.
Yeah, so we are actually back. Literally. The original channel is back on TikTok. And
we're so happy.
Yeah. So, as promised on Sarah's channel, we're not blocking anybody anymore. So, trolls, go and say whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
Also, we have started unblocking all the accounts we originally blocked because we want to open this channel back up and give everybody a fresh start.
Yep. And we're kind of just going through and we're making sure our channel is clean, full of positivity, no negativity, nothing.
Exactly. So, the Dream Team is back. The Dad and Daughter Dream Team is back on TikTok. So, here we go, guys. We are about to take off. So, join us, because here we go!
Yay!
They want to be full-time content creators and conmen, but expect concerned people in the internet not to follow them every single time. That's why they deactivate and move accounts so much, is just due to, quote, toxicity, which is going to be there no matter what.
Hello everyone. So 2024 was quite the whirlwind for me. It started out with me and my dad at 34K followers, but we decided that channel was too full of toxic people, so we decided to scrap it. Then we tried to restart again later and got attacked from all sides by stupid people who had nothing better to do than piggyback off our popularity. They spread lies and rumors just to get views. So Dad and I decided that running our channel together just wasn't the right choice. We did nothing wrong except show what a father-daughter relationship should look like. We demonstrated love and a closeness that unfortunately most people don't get to experience. So I decided to post on my own channel, and thanks to all the people trying to bring my dad down, I grew quickly. So thank you to all the trolls who continue to watch my content and boost my numbers. I really appreciate you allowing me to post big numbers in the reviews column. Now here we are in 2025. Dad is about to rebrand his channel into something more fun and awesome than anything he has done previously. He expects a big response from fans and trolls alike, so he will post a video on that tomorrow, so make sure you watch to find out what that is. And me, I'm just going to continue to post whatever I feel like. Dances, crafts, transitions, lip syncs, coloring, even some edits and compilations. I'm not really focused on social media like I used to be. I'm too busy enjoying life and hanging out with friends and family rather than spend too much time growing from where I'm at. That said, I will still post frequently just because I know there are still a lot of people out there who really enjoy me and my dad, and I don't want to disappoint them. And considering it only takes about an hour a day to film and edit a video and then post it, it's not really impacting my life too much. Okay, I have rambled enough, so I will see you all in the next video. Until then, remember to stay positive and have an amazing day.
It's just super stupid and flawed logic. They now have over 50,000 followers on their Dream Team TikTok account, meaning they can now make money off of their videos on there. And if the video is over a minute long, that means that they make more money. I think most of their videos are over a minute long, other than like random ones of Sarah dancing or using a sound. On top of that, they average around 100,000 views each video on the family account. Sarah on her own account is now trying to sell things via the TikTok shop, where I think you get like commission and stuff like that. If someone buys it, you get a little cut as well. You make some good money off these sales and stuff, and a lot of people do that. and there's also a lot of views with it as well, as TikTok heavily pushes that type of content. These videos usually get more attraction on anyone's account, so they did a course for her as well. She now has over 7,000 followers on TikTok, and her videos average over 10,000 views each video. I would guess the reason for as many followers as they have and the good view average that they have is because of the controversy. Her being a woman and the amount of interactions they get on videos with comments and stuff, whether it's people trolling them or whatever. And maybe just simply luck. But I have no idea, as videos on both accounts are pretty low quality and uninteresting in every aspect they want it to be. The reason most people probably watch is just to keep an eye out on their weird behaviors, where the other account or accounts are deactivated. Where their other accounts were deactivated or deleted, I have no idea what they were doing in those times, but we'll keep a better eye on them. I think I do have an overall idea of what they were doing during those times, though. If you all have any updates or anything that I missed, let me know in the comments down below. Adopting a dog. The family, despite having financial issues, not having a home or apartment of their own, and living out of dirty motels, as well as multiple pets, they decided to get a dog. They named it Jackie.
Okay, so you guys remember last night we posted a video about Jackie. Well, here she is.
So we went ahead and adopted her. We asked,
Yeah.
we cleared it with our apartment complex. They're going to let us put the pet deposit up over 3 months. So we've got her now. She's ours.
She's our big girl.
So no need to worry about her anymore. But
Yeah.
there's still plenty of dogs at that shelter and every other shelter. So please, if you want a dog, adopt it from a shelter, because that's so much more important. We need to get these babies forever homes.
She was found as a stray, so I don't think she's had much of a family in her life, so we're gonna give her the family that she deserves.
Yeah, she didn't even know how to get in the car.
Yeah, so, yeah, we had a little bit of trouble getting her in the car and being able to fit the other two in the car with her. But
we did it.
You will be seeing a lot more of Jackie on the channel, and yeah, so we hope you love her just as much as we do.
Alright guys,
And until next time,
remember,
stay
positive and have an amazing dog.
Apparently the breed they got is known to be very high energy, and a comment said, quote, "Thank you for rescuing her. She's a very high energy breed, so she will need lots of exercise," smiling blush emoji. Patrick or Sarah say, "Of course, we are a high energy family, so we will have a blast with her." Maybe high energy in the bedroom with each other or away from cameras, but on TikTok lives and in their dance videos or just any video in general, they don't seem high energy at all. People on Reddit said that this was a possible form of Patrick's narcissistic manipulation, so Sarah feels more attached to staying with them because of the, pets. Along with not having money for the dog, they made a Amazon wish list for dog stuff, toys, and etc. They also made another Amazon wish list full of stuff for the house. Of course, since the dog lives with them, it is forced to live in a small, dirty hotel that they don't clean. They also have other animals to take care of, such as a snake, a tarantula, and other reptiles. I think it is a total of 7 animals total, as they made a series of how many pets they have and what they their names are and etc. They made one for each pet, and there's 7 videos in that series. The dog and other pets, 1, probably aren't getting much attention at all or not enough. 2, aren't getting taken care of properly, such as vet visits if needed, or proper and good quality food and care.
Okay, Jackie update.
yep, she's doing really well. She's extremely well behaved.
Yeah, she's very, very well behaved. She's got to be close to everybody, so we think she's probably got a little bit of anxiety going on there.
Yeah, anytime Hunter left the room, she would go with him to see where he was going.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's just, I'm very surprised at how well she, walks. Like, she doesn't pull, she doesn't try and run away from us. She stays right with us, and she's doing really good.
And as you can see, we just got her a harness, so that is going to help tremendously, because she does pull sometimes, and it's just going to be a lot more comfortable for her. So yeah, she's doing really well.
You might even be able to hear her on the mic.
Probably hear her panting in the background.
Yeah.
We just got done at the park, so we wore her out.
She took like 3 or 4 big gulps of water from the water fountain over here.
Yeah, well, big bowlfuls. Like she was going after it, but yeah. So she's doing really well.
Yeah.
And
she's eating well too. Like, we put food in there and it's gone within 5 seconds.
Almost, yeah. So she does eat well. We're controlling her diet a little bit, because I mean, if we just let her eat everything she wants, she's going to get fat real fast.
Yeah.
So, but we do give her enough food, and she's got water all the time, so she's doing really well. So I hope everybody enjoys this update, and thank you so much for all the support for her and telling us how much you how cute she is and all that. We already know.
Yeah.
But
And we all love her so much, and we're so glad she's home.
yep. So until next video, remember to stay positive and have an amazing day.
Taking care of pets correctly costs a bit of money, and simply they just don't have that. The entire Reddit was outraged whenever they found out that she got a dog, and understandably so. Sarah's questionable new look. Sarah ended up getting glasses. Apparently she had to get them so she could get her driver's license because she can't see, which I think is kind of a lie because she can read the comments just fine on like TikTok lives and stuff, and those are on a small screen. And they were at the park all the time, so it can't be due to sensitivity in her eyes due to the sun. They have apparently never said anything about Sarah having vision problems either, and they talk about all their issues and stuff online, so we would know if she had vision problems by then. Some people are theorizing that Patrick also hasn't let her drive or get her license because it's a part of his controlling nature. Sarah ended up getting hybrid glasses that also turn to sunglasses whenever, the sun hits them. They also look similar to both the mom and dad's glasses, which is weird, and I feel like a cult type of behavior. I can definitely see Hunter getting these like same pair of glasses as well, and that would be just really weird and awkward. I don't know, it's just the vibes it gives off, because why not choose like a more modern look? Even the free with insurance frames aren't that bad. I feel like you have to like choose these specifically. Like I feel like these are not like something that you usually find at the eye doctors. Some people also said that it's like probably the lowest prescription possible with like a astigmatism type of thing as well. Maybe it was just another thing for attention, I don't know. I feel like the dad had an influence on these. Also, they wear these same sunglasses as well. It's just so odd to me that instead of getting modern frames, you got ones that look exactly like your parents. Does she have no knowledge of how normal people are supposed to look, or just the modern like fashion? Patrick's family love songs. As you know, Patrick and Sarah do dance videos together, but the songs chosen for these videos are sometimes inappropriate for a dad and daughter to dance to. Someone called this out in a TikTok post saying, "I think you guys are great, but I don't think these song choices are appropriate to be dancing father and daughter." It's hard to say who responds to these comments at times, but it's Patrick or Sarah, and they said, "Our song choices are limited because of cussing and suggestive lyrics. It doesn't matter what song it is. It doesn't matter if it's a love song because fathers and daughters love each other too." Okay. But we can't have cussing or suggestive songs on our channel. And this is kind of weird because later you will see in another section they like cuss and stuff like that, and they act like really weird. So it's just like they have these values and then they just like act the opposite whenever like randomly. I don't know why they can't have cussing. Maybe something to do with monetization on TikTok, but I feel like it's just some weird moral thing they have as well. But they have cussed on their lives before, so it's pretty hypocritical that they are like, we can't cuss or have suggestive lyrics, but we're gonna cuss in our lives and in our videos. But the comment also shown how ignorant they are to their entire situation, saying, quote, "It doesn't matter if it's a love song because fathers and daughters love each other too," which is so ignorant and weird of a statement to make. It's like saying, "Oh yeah, me and my daughter make a dance video to Smack That by Akon because fathers and daughters love each other too. Because fathers and daughters love smacking that." It's like when you know you're in the wrong, but gotta throw some excuse out there anyway. Also, they could have just not responded to the comment, but they respond to it and make themselves look worse. There's plenty of country songs or music in general that talks about the importance of family and loving them in an appropriate manner, but they use specific weird songs that, are a bit more than just family loving. Sarah also made a Father's Day post on their TikTok account with a song saying, quote, "Maybe fall in love with a country boy like you. I'll always be your baby, daddy." These lyrics are just wild. Patrick's new song. Patrick made a new song, but this time it was for his son Hunter, a country song called Incredible Man. It has a lot of auto-tune, a lot. The cover is also a picture of Hunter, but with an AI, filter over it for whatever reason. We'll talk more about Patrick's use of AI in a moment, but the dude is homeschooled, so I have no idea how he expresses any of these things, because the lyrics talk about being a super good man and features about him that make him a super good man. I would show the song, but I don't think I can because I'm pretty sure they actually do have like copyright claim on that.
So we're nearly to 50K. We've only got 500 more to go. The main purpose of this video is my song is dropping tomorrow. Incredible Man. It's a song I made for Hunter. We had a music video for a long time. It got over 200,000 views. I decided to release it. I had to take that video down because I muted the sound. I'm still trying to figure out how I get muted for copyright violation with my song. But anyway, so that's releasing tomorrow. And Sarah decided to make a video yesterday and totally okay, hang on. She entered me into a singing contest. Okay, Sarah, I love you.
Love you too.
But you should know I ain't winning this. Okay, I'm not a famous singer. I'm not going to be a really famous singer. Okay, the vote link is there if y'all want to vote for me. That's great. That's wonderful. I don't expect to win. I never expect to win anything like that. Now, if it was a cooking competition, I'd have a chance.
Yeah,
but
you definitely win that.
but you know, hey. Anyway, so and we're just cruising along. You know, we got nearly 50,000 followers now. Granted, most of them think we're lol cows, but still makes us money and still builds our follower count. So hey, whatever. We're enjoying this. We're having a blast. Sarah's having a blast with her new channel. She just did her first TikTok shop video, and it's over 100,000 views. No purchases, probably because she put the eye patches on wrong.
Yes, realize that after the fact.
But she's doing good over there, and people are responding to her, and she's getting a lot of engagement. So we're happy about that. So yeah, guys, keep following. We got some summer fun coming up. We got our live coming up Sunday. Sarah's probably going to do a live here soon. We're just, we're all over the place. But we're having a blast doing it. So thank you all for the continued support, the views, the comments, you know, all of it. As I said, I am not going to be America's Next Top Hitmaker. Vote for me if you'd like. Be my guest. If I win, if I do somehow win, this is going to be really comical in New York City in front of a crowd of thousands because they're not going to have a good time with that one. Guys, my songs are not released because I think I'm a good singer. My songs are released because I want people to know how I feel about my family, how I feel inside, their emotion. They're not meant to be hits. They're meant for people to get to know who I am and how I feel through music. So by all means, listen to my music. It's linked in our link tree. Incredible Man drops tomorrow. So you can pre-save that today if you want to. Just have a blast. Enjoy the songs for what they are. I never claimed to be a great singer. I never will claim to be a great singer. In fact, I'm probably not even close. But the fact of the matter is, my music is there for feeling and for it. Every song I do, I have to literally get auto-tune turned high up to even get close to the notes. So, but it is what it is. Again, I love Sarah to death. And I love that she thinks I'm a good singer, but yeah, I think we need a hearing appointment for her next.
Quiet.
So, anyway, guys, I went too long, but anyway, thank you all for the support. We will see you in the next one. And remember, stay positive and have an amazing day.
It's also just really annoying and weird. Hunter will have his own section as there's a bit to talk about him, and that'll be next. Hunter Getchell. Hunter apparently has his own TikTok, but for whatever reason it got deleted. Whether the parents took it down or got tired of it, because it most definitely could be because of Patrick's control or unreasonable random deactivations of accounts. But Sarah and Patrick have tried to post more about Hunter and Theresa in the recent times. I think mainly to get people to stop talking about how the account is only about the dad and daughter relationship. Theresa also has her own section in this video because there is more to talk about with her. But to go back to Hunter, he's mainly into Pokemon. Other than that, he also does like random skits and dance posts with Sarah. They had a guessing Pokemon or a Pokemon related video or series. But Hunter, like I said earlier, is homeschooled, which I don't understand why they would do that to him. I'm not sure if Sarah went to school or not. I'm pretty sure she went to school in person because she had friends and a job before she was 18 and a relationship. Also, like, I don't understand how she was in a relationship, but the dad, or not the dad, but the boyfriend, or I guess the dad, has never spoke out about it. But I'm very curious as to why, like, Hunter or the family would force him to stay home and do homeschooling. I personally think that every kid should be going to school in their early years, and if they don't like high school after a year or two, then sure, like, you can do homeschooling before you head off to college or do, like, you know, a job whenever you graduate. But I feel like this is some sort of controlling thing from Patrick as well, or maybe some weird moral or view that made him choose this. They are currently all working, I think, other than, you know, Hunter. So unless he had to do work or keep the house clean while everyone was gone, which he doesn't, no one does, I don't understand why he would be, you know, homeschooled. If he's any type of mentally delayed, then even better a reason to make him go to school so he can get proper treatment and teaching. But something tells me it's because of some weird thought about schools. No, the janitors can't touch you, Sarah, only me. You tell the principal and your teacher that you're mine, not theirs. Theresa and income. Theresa gets her own section as there's a little bit to cover with her. And also there's a little bit about income in this as well. But to go on, I'm pretty sure she is mentally delayed by the way she looks and acts. There's times where she's either, you know, mentally delayed or she just goes and does age regression. So basically, if she isn't mentally delayed, she just acts like a child a lot.
So we're here at Ross, and what are we doing? Shopping. Yep, she's gonna use her birthday money that she got from all you lovely people, and she's gonna go shopping for some new clothes.
Yes, I can't wait. I'm excited.
All right, let's go.
So mom needs to pick out some nice black pants for work.
Can you get them for me?
Yeah. Yeah, they look pretty nice.
Some more on the other side too, then you can look over there.
I'm looking for shirts now.
Yeah, they have some really good shorts here.
And I found some socks for me. There's the first outfit. Do you like it?
Yes.
You look good. Do you like it?
Yes.
That one looks good. Hey, those look nice. I know. Those are nice. You like them?
Yeah.
I like the little things on the pockets.
I know, me too. Yeah.
Well, it looks good. Do you like them?
Yes. And
All right.
that's it. Oh, I tried them all on. Thank you guys for coming along and shopping with me.
Alright guys, so just a quick little info from me. I will be going live tonight.
Cut it. Are you cutting it yet?
Yes.
So while she's cutting that, I want to thank everybody for showing up in live tonight and supporting her. It was amazing to see how much you all love Theresa. We are so thankful for that.
Yes. Yes, thank you guys. Everybody who wished me a happy birthday and with all the birthday gifts and stuff too.
She might need a fork to get a piece off.
Yeah, she's also gonna need one to eat it too.
Can you hold that, sweetheart?
Yes.
Here we go. First slice of birthday cake.
This one's your guys's, and I'm gonna eat this one.
Okay.
Might be a little too much chocolate for you. Let's not totally destroy the diet.
Whoa.
She's a pro.
Okay, here, Hunter.
I'm not a pro. Well, maybe.
You're a pro at being a mother.
Thank you,
Aw.
sweetheart, my son. I love you.
What are you trying to butter her up for?
Yeah. Oops. Nothing.
Okay. I'll put this over here. And we get one more plate.
And then
You gotta cut one more slice.
I know.
Can you do it?
I think I can.
Once she has the knife.
Do you know what you're doing?
Yes.
Don't cut yourself now.
Ah!
Alright. And then once you cut your slice, like everybody's gonna want to see you do a taste test.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Hello, my name is Theresa. I was born in Haverhill, Mass. I'm 46 years old. My favorite colors are red and purple. And my favorite food is meatloaf. And my favorite place I went to was Paris. And I've been married for 24 years to my wonderful husband. And I have 2 wonderful kids, Sarah and Hunter, whom I love and super proud of. I work at fast food, and my favorite part of my job is helping customers. My family is the best part of my life. I love them, and I love spending time with them and going to the parks. I have the best kids and the best husband, and I'm the luckiest mom and wife. And I can't wait to see Hunter and Sarah achieve their dreams. Something about me everybody should know is I'm not comfortable talking to the camera. You can probably tell by how nervous I sound. I love being in videos with Pat and Sarah, and I love going live with them. I'm just not comfortable talking to the camera. I'm fine on live, I just don't know why. I'm trying to be better. I know you all want to see me, and I want to be more involved. Right now I do the recording. I'm always behind the camera, and I'm so proud of Pat and Sarah. They are the dream team, and it makes me so happy to see them grow. Come back tomorrow and meet the next member of our family. Until then,
Remember to
stay positive and have an amazing day.
She apparently works at McDonald's, and Sarah works at a grocery store, last I heard, and Patrick's a manager at a vape store in Dallas, Texas called Good Vapes. Patrick isn't the owner, he's just a manager there, but the stuff that they sell is insane because I seen there is huge bottles of Nick or THC. Like, what? They also sell Delta 8, CBD, e-cig, with mods to go with them. He also posted up for a few of their posts, so it's pretty public what he does. It's not really a secret. And with Hunter, he doesn't work as far as I know, which I can't remember how old he is either, but he's probably close to being like the working age, like 16 and plus. It seems like they all work and do have jobs, but they just spend their money really poorly because they still struggle with 3 incomes. Although Sarah should use her income to focus on getting out of that like motel and also focus on college so she can be the SeaWorld trainer she wants to be, go and get the proper degree or credits that she needs, and etc. Could you imagine all of them in an episode of Financial Audit? Financial Audit is actually in Texas as well now that I think about it. So if they could get on an episode, that would be insane. But I don't think, like, I think Caleb might do it if he had the opportunity to, but at the same time, you know what I mean? It's kind of tough because that's like, you know, doing a financial audit for EDP basically. But to go on, they don't spend much money on new clothes for anyone though, as seen in their recent TikToks. But with now 3 incomes, which I think originally only the dad worked, I wonder what their financials look like. And it's weird because with 3 incomes, they're broke but also somehow went to San Antonio SeaWorld and got the kids and mom's hair done. Like, it's all so confusing. I don't understand how they could be so broke but still go to SeaWorld and then also pay an outrageous amount of money to go get their hair done. At least I know women's hair takes a bit, and you know, men's is not that expensive, but still. Patrick and Sarah's suspicious moments. There has been a lot of clips come out, just especially recently, but there's also some older clips come out as well, back to whenever Sarah was a lot younger, back during their YouTube days, where, you know, it shows them being really suspicious and really weird, and here those are.
Daddy-daughter reactions. I'm Daddy.
I'm daughter.
And today, we're going to be reacting. We're going to react to some scary videos and jump scares from TikTok.
Sit back, grab your popcorn, and enjoy the ride.
There's also just some other ones from the recent moments of like TikTok lives and stuff where they're really touchy and kind of flirty with each other.
I love you.
I love you too. What is this? Pick on Dad Day?
Yeah.
Ow!
I can't reach. I can't reach. Ow!
I'm stronger than you. You can't win. Ow. What you doing? What you doing?
I love you.
I love you too. What is this? Pick on Dad Day?
Yes. Yes. And pick on husband day. What?
We're at almost 125K. Ow. Stop.
You want me to pierce
Don't-
your ear?
And no. I'm good, thanks. I wouldn't look good in earrings. Of course, I don't look good, period, so it really doesn't matter.
Stop it! You better quit it!
Fully clothed under the bathrobe,
Right.
obviously.
But
Right.
the transition I chose was to pull the bathrobe and then it pops and she's in her clothes. That appeared wrong to a lot of people. And I saw that and I'm like, okay, maybe that wasn't right. Even though it was completely innocent.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with it. It just looked even worse than anything we posted since.
Yeah.
So we privated that video immediately, apologized for it, and that was that.
Yeah.
And I've done that a few times. I've made a mistake. I've posted something I probably shouldn't have posted.
Yeah.
And as soon as I realize it, I pull it down and I apologize.
Mhm.
And a lot of people, don't like that I apologize or that I try and backtrack on some of this stuff. But honestly, what else am I going to do? Am I going to just ignore it? Just private it and then that never happened? No, I'm gonna say I'm gonna own up to my mistake.
It's the lover.
Okay, everybody. I'm missing something. Sarah.
Oh, you need me over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, kid.
Right here?
Yeah, that works. Okay, guys.
Hi.
It's dance challenge time. So, once again, we're doing a dance challenge.
Uh-huh.
What is it? Different dance this time?
Yeah.
Different dance.
Yeah.
Okay. So, different dance. You choose the winner.
Yeah.
Whoever you think does better dance, which is probably going to be me. Although lately it's been you.
Mhm.
You know why that is?
Because you always go first, so I have a chance to outdo you.
Exactly. She's very devious.
See my halo?
Yeah, okay.
I'm a perfect angel.
Yeah, okay. All right, sure. Anyway. Okay, so, yeah. And you guys decide the winner. And so, yeah, let's get to the dancing.
Yep.
Hi.
The Bible says, calls intimate relations becoming one, because it is so intimate. It is very, very, it connects you to the other person.
Someone said that, like, oh, maybe they just like the thought, or Patrick likes to be close to getting caught. And I feel like that is kind of true. There's a lot of, like, criminals, villains, and stuff that act like that. They're like, oh, they're about to catch me with this one. And yeah, it's just a weird behavior. People also brought up that the purity ring looks more like an actual wedding ring, which I think I've talked about before in the past as well. And just like proposing to your daughter in general is just kind of like a really creepy and weird thing. And I hope something can be done in the future, because something does need to be done about this. There's also moments like he's not even like really that loving towards his wife. Like he gives her the cold shoulder sometimes on like the lives. And just in general when like talking about her, talking with her. I think Sarah does that as well.
And welcome back to another episode of Marriage Advice. And today we're going to be talking about how to keep the romance alive in a long-term relationship. Telling your spouse that you love them and communicating that just helps to let them know that you love them and you care about them. And, you know, that's always a good thing. Just always remember that you love each other and just really focus on being together and just showing your affection. Yeah. Well, that's it for today, guys. So we're going to be back again for another marriage advice video. If you have a subject you want us to cover or a question you want to ask us, please do so in the comments below, and we will get to it as quickly as we can. You know, we're not supposed to be touching anymore. Really?
What?
Really?
Yeah, really.
It's too hot for this.
I don't care.
I do.
Bye.
Like, it's just so messed up in a way. Patrick Getchell, sketchy social media actions. Patrick in the past has been caught liking weird posts that seem to be overly loving daughters and cringe love stuff in general. And he's been caught up again liking posts as well as following weird accounts and even minors, one of them being a 16-year-old girl with her age in her bio. He would also follow OF girls or people who post baddies, quote, and clips of them. If you know, you know. Some of the posts are really weird, but here's just a few of them that he's liked. Having a lazy girlfriend, in parentheses, my girlfriend, is a blessing. No need to check where she is. She's at home sleeping like a small baby or watching reels. The caption says, my girlfriend is just sleepy. Dog eyes emoji. Blushing with hearts emoji. You deserve someone better, but I can't see you with anyone else, so I'll be better to deserve you. I'll be better for you. Dog eyes emoji. Heart bandaged emoji. So, when are you gonna cook for me so I can see which one tastes better, you or the food? I'll stop loving you when this man is finished mopping the ocean. And it shows, you know, Patrick and Sarah both liking this one. Matching bracelets are cool, but matching last names are so much cooler. Will you marry me one day? So it's just like a bunch of like weird posts that like 12-year-old girls would go and like. But I get it, you know, old crackers are just kind of behind. But I know he'd be just sending like Sarah that one about tasting, you know. Sarah's creepy parasocial friendship. Sarah, and from what it looks like the entire family, have a weird parasocial relationship with an actor by the name of Jenna Frank, who is the daughter of the Power Ranger star Jason David Frank. She's done acting and other stuff as well, but apparently Sarah and her somehow ended up texting back and forth, I think through Instagram, at some point. To be honest, this section has made me the most uncomfortable. There's a lot of like cringe and hard to watch stuff in this. For Jenna's sake, I'm just going to be calling her by her first name from now on, because I feel like she already sadly has the Grace Daniel treatment. But not as bad, because it's probably just people warning her about stuff, and also not as many people saying things in her comments. But when searching her name on TikTok, apparently the family pops up before she does. But they texted back and forth for a little and apparently became, quote, friends.
How did you meet Jenna? It was a meet and greet in March. She invited us.
Yeah.
and we just instantly clicked.
You'd been talking to her. We'd both been talking to her on Instagram for like months before that.
Yeah. Put the sunglasses down a bit from the nose to see comments. Oh, you mean like that? I can see them fine. What's your favorite thing about TikTok? Dancing. Do you guys hang out a lot? Well, I wouldn't say a lot. She's a busy woman, but we hang out enough. And you don't have to hang out all the time to be best friends.
Cuddle? No.
Nope. Mm-mm. What is that? Why did that happen? Bye. Do you have a new date of when the book is coming out? We don't have a set date yet. We're still working on editing.
It's going to be end of April, beginning of May.
You guys are such a beautiful family. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, no, the beautiful one's her.
You are too. How's your mom and brother? Mom's good.
I'm doing good.
She's right
And
here.
brother is doing good. He's currently playing right now.
Somebody said you all should do live with Jenna.
Yeah, maybe.
At some point.
When she has time.
But Sarah went as far as to buy clothes and dress the same as her. The family would go to meet and greets on different occasions, and in one of these you can see Sarah try to talk about hanging out in person, and it makes me just feel so weird. I really hate this clip.
Everybody, thank you guys for coming. You guys look amazing. What's up? Hi, guys. What's up? Oh, it's been way too long. It's been way too long. I know, like years it feels like, but it's only been months. 5 months. 5 months. It feels like 5 years.
Still too long.
Thank you guys for coming. I know I miss you too. What's up? What's up again?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you doing anything tomorrow?
I'm leaving tonight, dude.
You're leaving tonight?
Yeah, bro. I'm right after this. I have to go to the store. I know. I know. And you know, next weekend is my dad's thing, so.
Yeah.
Well,
if you need anything.
I'm going to tell you this right now. If you need anything, you need to talk, you can call me. I am here for you. Thanks.
Yeah, you were in Dallas. It was like we were coming to see you.
I'll call you several
I got
times.
his number and his finger.
Go do something. Anything.
I just been so busy.
Yeah. Just, if I give you my number and then you give me yours, we can set up something whenever you're free. Yeah. Sorry.
Sarah would go as far as to make a song about Jenna called the Bestie Song, and here's the snippet.
You laugh like sunshine through the rain, and somehow take away the pain. Even while you're close to me, that's just how it's meant to be. You and me, birthday twins from the start, same day, same sport, 2 years apart, but the love we share is bigger than time. You always win me in heart and mind. You light the world with the joy you bring. Lift people up just by being. I'm so proud of who you are. You're my best friend, my northern star.
But you can see that this is one-sided, as Jenna in pictures around them looks uncomfortable and awkward, and the clips show it too. But this is a story, and the theory around it gets even worse. Ariala Brigmon. Patrick is behind a woman by the name of Ariala Brigmon, an AI-made woman with an OF account who has the same personality as the Getchell family, and from the same city they are currently in, which is Dallas, Texas. With an Instagram bio saying, gaming controller emoji, gamer, music note emoji, singer, model, walking emoji, monster hunter, dragon emoji, enthusiast, bullseye emoji, 21, sunglasses emoji, living the dream, thinking bubble emoji, following my heart, red heart emoji. But I think it's supposed to look like the girl on the cover of their book, Firebound Harmony. When searching Ariala Brigmon on just Google itself, only the Getchell family TikToks pop up. This AI also, quote, made music which Sarah danced to in a TikTok. But every single account made by her is now deleted or deactivated. The only thing that is left up is the link tree, which links to a few more things that are also deleted. The reason it is all deleted is due to them getting caught and deleting as much as they could about her, but they didn't take off Sarah's dance video from her TikTok account, which had the song in it, and the sound isn't even muted either. People are starting to put together some other interesting facts, like how the AI girl looks like Jenna. People are saying that they were trying to base Ariala off her. Jenna ends up blocking the Getchell family on every platform after this. This AI situation is one of the bigger situations, and it being tied to the other girl makes it even worse. I think after the events of getting blocked by Jenna, the Getchell family have distanced themselves on social media, which I'll be talking about more in another section. Some people were assuming that Patrick or Sarah, or maybe even both of them, were being weird to Jenna in person, and that's why it started all of this. But who knows? The situation also brought back the question on if Sarah actually has friends in real life, as she's never been around them or in any posts. Which I would like to think that she knows people in Dallas, especially if she works. She has like work friends. There's no way that she's gonna just be like distant and quiet. I don't really see her being that way. So I think that she probably has work friends but just never hangs out with them, but needs to find more friends. Also, they've moved like at least once. So I think like moving also like hurts you having friends, but I can't remember where they originated from. Sarah pregnant rumor and health risks. There are a few concerns from the people regarding the health of the family. Other than of course the food being weird or looking like a health risk of its own at times, there's been other concerns. First is Sarah's purity ring. There is a before and after of what it used to look like on Sarah's finger versus now, and it looks really bad. I don't even know she could take it off. But everyone has been telling her to on the Reddit, and it's pretty concerning because it looks very tight on there. There's another picture that shows how she stands and her back is really arched for whatever reason, maybe to look better for her dad or the viewers. A Reddit post concerned about this said, "Her posture genuinely concerns me. I have scoliosis, I also have lumbar lordosis, and a pelvic tilt. I kind of stand like this with my booty popping out, and I realized this through a CT scan, and now working overtime to correct my posture. It's nowhere near as bad as this, but she'll have genuine health concerns if she doesn't figure this out." And it is just kind of like really weird. It's really unnatural looking. People also talked about Sarah having dark circles around her eyes, and she even made a video responding to the dark circles around her eyes saying this.
So, I've gotten a lot of comments like this on my first TikTok shop video, and I figured I would address it and just explain to you guys. So I recently had a doctor's appointment, and thank you guys, by the way, thank you all for your concern, but I have recently had a doctor's appointment and everything was checked. My iron levels are good, everything is good. It's either genetic, because my grandma on my mom's side, she had very natural dark eyes, so it's either genetic, or living in Texas, it's allergies, because the allergies in Texas get really, really bad. So, and like, even if there's like a little bit of pollen in the air, my nose just gets so stuffed up and my eyes get really dark. It's really not something I can help. I mean, I do thank you guys for your concern. Like, thank you so much for being so concerned for me, but I promise I'm good. All my levels are good. It's either allergies or genetic, because like I said, my grandma on my mom's side had really, really dark eyes naturally. So yeah, so I figured I'd clear that up for you. Thank you all for enjoying my content, and we will see you next time.
No one believes that she went to the doctor, although I think she could now, since she works at a grocery store and maybe is under their insurance, if she still works over there. Another health concern for this segment is how dirty they are. As you all saw in the Jackie segment, they have roaches, maggots, and other gross things on the floor or around the house, and this is even shown to be a repeated behavior. These guys are just straight up gross. And I feel like I know exactly what this family smells like. Like, I can just tell that they smell like bad in like certain ways. Sarah even got offended when someone asked for a room tour, saying that she wasn't going to do it and that the trolls would just use it against them. There has been rumors for a long time that they, or just Patrick, drinks, and Patrick works at a vape shop, and I think one of the family members vapes, so there's two bad things for their health in one like sitting. And the drinking can possibly affect the entire family if Patrick is so bad when he's off of it. But we don't know, but a lot of people have been theorizing that he is. Also a rumor that Sarah is pregnant, but that I think isn't the case. I'm very confident it's not the case. She made a response about this.
Body shaming is becoming way too popular online. I need to bring awareness to this because it's wrong and it's stupid. I see this all too often on videos that I watch. I have even gotten several comments about this, mostly on my channel, but we've seen a few come through our filtered comments since we've been back. And the worst part about it is, I haven't even gained that much weight. The way I stand sometimes pushes my stomach out, so it seems that I've gained more weight. I was weighed recently, and I've barely gained 8 or 9 pounds since this time last year. But I've also gained a couple inches in height, so my BMI isn't that much higher. I have seen similar situations for several other female creators. Why does everyone seem to think that a woman needs to be pencil thin or she isn't beautiful? Luckily, I am strong enough and confident enough in myself to not let the comments I get affect me. Other young women could be very self-conscious about their looks, and comments like this could make them feel bad about themselves or even cause depression and anxiety. Seriously, what difference does it make to you if someone you don't even know gains a little weight? Why do you think of yourselves as the body shape police and think it's your job to attack women based on weight? Why doesn't anyone ever follow the rule, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all? Seriously, stop body shaming people. If you don't want to watch someone because they don't conform to your opinion of what they should look like, then go find the AI girls who always look perfect and leave us real women alone. And to all those women that deal with this crap, just know that you are beautiful. Don't listen to idiots online. Never let them bring you down. And remember our new catchphrase: stay positive and have an amazing day.
But if she was pregnant, we'd know who the dad is. And also, if she is pregnant, we'll figure out in a few months, as they don't go to the doctor, but I doubt she is pregnant. Patrick and Sarah Getchell addressing hate. Sarah and Patrick have made several videos, quote, addressing haters, and Patrick made one himself saying, quote, how I deal with the hate. And these are pretty long, and one is up to nearly 8.5 minutes long, but here are those videos.
This is not a message to the haters. This is a message to our followers, to our fans, to the people who are supporting us, and the people who are defending us. Please don't defend us anymore. We have received several messages from people who defended us either in comments on these people's videos or by making a video themselves. And we have heard that they are receiving threats, up to and including death threats. Now, I've informed them to report it to TikTok and be done with it. But please, don't put yourselves in the line of fire for us, okay? None of this is affecting us. The only reason we tried to defend ourselves or explain ourselves is because we wanted people to understand the truth. But apparently the truth doesn't matter on the internet. All that matters is what the majority of people feel or think. So we're just going to do what we do. We're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy ourselves. And if anybody doesn't like it, well, that's just tough luck for them. We're not going to engage with them anymore. We're not watching these videos anymore. So please don't tag us in any more of these creators' videos. We're not watching Reddit anymore. We don't care anymore. We're done. We're just going to do what we do. And, you know, the haters can just whatever. All right. But please don't put yourself in the line of fire for us. Okay. We don't need you guys getting lashback from our stuff. All right. And, you know, if these guys want to threaten somebody, they can threaten me. Okay. It really ain't going to make a difference to me because I know that it's probably never going to happen because they're too, whatever. It's just blowing smoke. It's just trying to scare people, and they can't scare us. So please stop trying to defend us. Stop worrying about the haters and all these creators making content about us because none of it's true. Okay. And that's all we got to say. We're just going to do us. In fact, I'm probably going to take down the explanation videos here in the next few days. I'm going to private them, get them out of the way so that we're done with all this, okay? If you want to support us, please support us. If you want to watch our videos, watch our videos. Other than that, you know, enjoy our content, and we're not going to even worry about anybody else anymore. This channel is about positivity, and it's going to remain about positivity. So, on that note, please remember to stay positive and have an amazing day. Sarah, guess what?
What?
We're free.
Free from what?
Free from dealing with all the hate.
How do you figure?
Because I just don't get anymore.
Well, you know what? I'll do you one better. I don't give a anymore.
So, after a lot of painstaking research and months, I have finally figured out what everybody's been trying to tell us all along.
Which is?
Which is that all these haters, all these people coming after us, all these creators creating content are nothing more than jealous or trying to push us off the internet.
Yep.
Well, it's not going to work.
Because we're not going anywhere.
We're here. We're staying here. We don't need to explain ourselves anymore. We don't need to answer your questions. We don't need to tell you anything. We're going to create content, and we're going to do us, and that's the bottom line.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
So we're not going anywhere, so you can stop trying to push us off the internet.
Yeah.
And I understand that you're jealous, especially that one creator with like 89,000 followers that gets like a quarter of the views that we do.
Yeah.
Even when she's trying to leech off of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you know what? It doesn't matter anymore. You do what you want. Don't care.
You can make your little videos. You can talk about your little all you want. You can comment on our videos all you want. All you're doing is giving us more engagement.
Exactly. So a little over a year ago, we had actually it was like a year and a half ago. We had Amazon wish list.
Yeah.
And we took it down because we got sick of people saying that we're begging.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we're going to put another wish list up.
Yep.
And if people want to buy stuff for us, more power to them. If you don't, I mean, you can say we're begging all you want. I don't care.
Yep.
Monetization. We're gonna ramp up our content. We're doing some more family fun content. We've got a water gun fight that's coming up. That's gonna be fun as hell.
Yeah.
I'm actually ordering the GoPros for that today.
Yep.
And then we've got Nerf guns too.
Yeah, Nerf guns.
We're gonna order GoPro cameras and
I've,
we're gonna wear them. And
I've told him he doesn't want to put a Nerf gun in my hand, but he hasn't listened to me, so.
It's gonna be fun. So we're just gonna keep doing what we do.
Yep.
We're gonna keep posting the content we post, and we're gonna put more content up.
And to those of you who actually enjoy watching our content, thank you for being here.
Exactly. We're gonna do some more with TikTok Shop. We've gotten a lot of requests lately for TikTok Shop, you know, videos. So we're gonna try and find some products that we like and put them on put them on, and you know, people want to buy it through our link, they buy it through our link. We're gonna be redoing our website.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that back up and running. So we have signed copies of the book, merch.
Yeah.
We're gonna put our team shirts back up. We're gonna do what we do.
Yeah.
We're here to entertain. We're here to post the content we want, and honestly, we're here to make money doing it. That's our goal.
Yeah, our goal is to be full-time creators.
We're not hiding that fact.
Yeah, we don't need to hide that.
So that's what we're gonna do. And if you want to take advantage of those options, you can take advantage of those options. If you don't want to take advantage of those options, you don't have to. It's up to you. So, in the meantime, we're going to just be us. And if
just
people don't like us,
it's just like our lives. The goals are there. If you want to gift us, gift us. If not, that's your choice. Doesn't matter.
Exactly. So, yeah. So that's that. No more explanation videos.
Nope.
We don't need to explain ourselves. We don't need to answer for anything that these people are posting. We're just going to be ourselves. And as you said, we just don't give a fuck.
Yep.
And quite frankly, if you don't like our language, we don't give a fuck about that either.
Yeah. You can leave if you don't like it.
The gloves are off.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done trying to be.
It's like Elsa.
Yeah, I'm done trying to frickin' make everybody happy. I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. And
honestly,
you
can't make them happy. They'll find something about in every video.
Yeah, well, see, my painstaking research already
Yeah.
brought that up. That's
Yeah.
why we're here.
Yeah.
So yeah, have fun. To our friends on our fan page over on Reddit, you know, kiss our.
Yeah.
We're here to stay.
Yep.
And we know you're the ones that want to push us off more than anything, but we're
not
still
gonna
here.
Work.
And they're jealous. I already saw that on one of the posts of somebody saying how they can't understand why we're gaining traction and they can't. Well, it's simple. We actually post.
Yeah, you actually have to post.
Consistently.
Yeah, you can't just post a few videos and expect to go viral.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
We had like 100 videos before we actually went viral.
Yeah, and that was our intro video that we did. That was fun.
Yeah.
I actually got a story about that. That was our
Yeah.
first viral video. So anyway, this went on a little bit longer than I expected. But then again, it's our channel, so we can talk as long as we want.
One more thing. If you don't like my job choice, again, go away.
Yeah, well, you know, neither here nor there.
Yep.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll see you in the next video, and you know, look for all the fun stuff, the merch, the new family videos, the Amazon wish list. We're going all in again. So if you want to help support us, fine. If not, don't. I don't care. We're doing fine without it. I mean, shoot, we get whatever we need.
Yeah.
We
have everything we need.
You know, we can go out to eat. We can do all the nice stuff we want to do. We don't need anybody's help.
No.
We're just, you know, we're just here. So anyway, okay, I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
So until next time, remember to stay positive and have an amazing day. How do we deal with all this hate? You know, that's the number one thing I think that we get asked the most in our messages. We get messages from people, how do you deal with all the hate? You're such a sweet family. We don't understand why people hate on you so much. All this stuff. Even in Sarah's live last night, I could see comments coming through asking her the same question. How do you deal with all the hate? Well, it's really quite simple. We don't. It doesn't even affect us, okay? We see a hate comment, we block it, or we delete it, or whatever. We laugh. God, do we laugh at these people and their stupidity? You know, it's just, it's funny. It's hilarious. But it doesn't affect us. Now, I know. They're going to say that because I'm making another video about the haters that it obviously affects us. No. You see, I'm using it to my advantage. I'm using the hate. I'm going to take it and I'm going to twist it around. Because I'm going to use it as an example. There are people, there are creators on the internet, and I've seen them before, and I've heard about them before. They get so much hate, and then they try and change who they are. They try and change. They try and pander to the haters. They try and make themselves the way that people think they should be. It never works. It just makes the haters turn and say something else. And they keep doing this, and it frustrates them. And then they disappear, or they go into depression, or their mental stability just crashes. Here's the solution to all of that. Okay? I don't care who you are. I don't care if you make content on TikTok, YouTube, if you post pictures on Instagram, or if you're just walking down the street and somebody is saying you're fat, you're ugly, whatever. You know what the only way that any of that is going to affect you is if you believe it. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Until you believe it, it has no effect whatsoever. So stop believing it. Stop letting other people tell you who you are. You know who you are. You know your own heart. You know what you believe. You know why you do the things you do. So stop letting others tell you who you are, and you remember who you are, and then everybody else can just pound grass or pound sand, touch grass, whatever you want to say, whatever the saying is these days that the kids are saying. That is the lesson that you need to take away from all of this. Look at Sarah and I. Watch our videos. Watch how we're smiling. Watch how happy we are. Okay? Let that be the lesson. We're not affected in the slightest. Nobody's going to tell us who we are, because we already know who we are. All right? Please. I see too many people affected by bullies. I see too many people affected by haters. I see too many people affected by stupid people. If that's the way they want to be, if they want to spend their time hating on people, that's their problem. Okay? That's their issue. Don't let them affect you. Don't let them bring you down to their level. And we've done that too. Responded to comments that we shouldn't have. Tried to make videos explaining ourselves. I ain't got to explain myself to no one. I am here because I want to spread positivity to the world. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Whatever you're here for, whatever you are trying to do with your content, do it. Don't let somebody else tell you you're wrong. Don't let somebody else tell you you're not good enough. Okay? I have released 4 songs, one of them a duet with Sarah. And I'll tell you this, not a single one of them is ever going to make the top charts. I know that. I don't sing well at all. Yet. I'm working on it. But the point is, I was confident enough to release those songs knowing that people were going to hate them. Why? Because I wanted to. Because I wanted to put it out there. I wanted people to hear how I feel about my daughter, my wife, my son. You know, our duet, Choose Love. It's an image of what love is supposed to be. So, why wouldn't I release it? What, just because it doesn't sound good? Again, I don't care. Yes, I probably sound like somebody should throw me a fish. Who cares? Who cares? I don't. My last song, I'm completely off key with the music. Yeah, so listen to the lyrics. Don't worry about what how it sounds. Listen to the lyrics, and you'll know how I feel about my son. I don't care what key it's in. It can be in 10 different keys. It could go up, it could go down, it could go side, it could go side. It don't matter. So that I know this went long, and I'm sorry, but when I get into my motivational mood, I tend to talk. The point you need to take away from this: don't let anybody affect you. Don't let anybody tell you who you are. Don't let anybody tell you you can't release your music. You can't make content. You're a terrible dancer. You're this, you're that. If you let people tell you who you are, then you're just going to be sad and feel like you're not important enough. You are important. Everybody's important. Doesn't matter who you are. If they want to hate, let them hate. If they want to make content, let them make content. I don't care. We get tons of people making content about us because they can't make content of their own. They've got to make content hating on us. You know, whatever. So anyway, that's the lesson you need to take away from this. Okay? That's what we're here for. I'll be the internet's, next big lol cow or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. I don't care. Don't bother me. The point is, I'm happy. I have the time of my life. I'm doing everything I want to do. My family and I are enjoying our lives. And nobody on the internet is going to ever break us. So you can keep trying, but it ain't going to happen. All right, guys, I've talked long enough. So remember all that. And until next time, please remember, stay positive. Don't let the internet tell you who you are, and have an amazing day.
But despite all these videos talking about how they don't care about what people say anymore and they can say whatever, they still respond to comments, block people, turn off the comment sections on some TikToks. They also aren't acting very godly, cussing this much, and more you will see in a moment. Some examples of them responding to comments are right here. Notice the arm and her right leg, she's always moving it closer to him and keeps pushing his arms out to touch her. One of them responds, laughing crying emoji. Wow, y'all are so delusional, it is funny. You're gonna try to make something out of nothing every time. Why do you constantly swing and bump into each other? Wow, people really find anything to nitpick about these days. It's a valid question. I swing like that and bump into everyone. That's like, then you're pretty annoying or weird. And you probably like to do the Patrick treatment to your daughter. Yeah, maybe that's it, but if you watch their vids, you see he only does it with her. Never forget the purity ring proposal, ha ha ha. LOL, that is such old news, bro. Plus, I've already admitted several times that maybe that wasn't a great thing to post, but it was completely innocent, so... Just having to touch? Oh no, our arms touch. Quick, call the cops. Here's a better idea. STFU and go away. Truly a fan of you guys, but don't appreciate the language, guys. SMH, Dad and Daughter Dream Team. I think that is just straight trolling them. I'm not gonna lie. Then someone got proof of them checking and looking at the Snark Reddit because it showed their account opening a link from it. As if you open up someone's link from TikTok, you have the default settings on TikTok. If you look at someone else's video that they send you like through a link, it will show that you viewed that video. So I think it's pretty funny that they say they don't care, they don't look at the Reddit, but it's very obvious that they do. And it's okay to care and not like to be hated on, but it's just whenever you're all like, say whatever guys, I don't care, it doesn't bother me, and then you are obviously bothered by it. Dream Team Cameo. Patrick and Sarah have a Cameo. I can't remember how much it costed, as recently they stopped doing them after the whole Jenna situation. They're probably between $10 to $25. They recently just stopped doing cameos as well, which sucks because as soon as I'm about to, you know, make a video on them, they do this. And that's another thing, is that they will delete a lot of stuff because they know people are looking at them, they know people are documenting it or going to make a video about it, so they try to delete as much as possible. And it doesn't work because the Reddit, you know, archives a lot of the stuff, even like entire live streams. Like everything else though, they're on and off Cameo as well. They only have 17 reviews and all of them being 5 stars, which I don't know if you can take down reviews or not, but I could assume so because there's no way it's all 17 5 stars. They're probably also like bought some themselves and gave themselves 5 stars. You could also message them for $2.99. Here are all the cameos that they did that I could find.
Hello everybody, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Dream Team. We are the Dad and Daughter Dream Team on TikTok. We do
dance trends and other trends on TikTok.
We absolutely love connecting with our fans, and some of our fans have requested that we start a Cameo, so here we are starting a Cameo.
We can't wait to connect with our fans through personalized video messages.
Please, come on, request a personalized video message, and we'll shout you out. You can request us both, or one or the other, it doesn't matter. Hello Jesse, it's us, the Dream Team.
So your boyfriend Zane sent us a request asking us to give you a pep talk.
So we hear your dream is to become a professional cricket player. Now Sarah didn't even know what cricket was.
I thought it was, you know, the one with the mallet and the hooks on the ground. I thought it was croquet, okay?
But that is an awesome goal, okay? So you stick with it.
Yes.
And, you know, I know you're unsure of your ability, but understand this. Professional sports is less about natural talent and more about hard work. The more hard work you put in, the more you practice, the more you try, the better you're going to get. And you will achieve that goal if you want to do it, if you put your mind to it.
Yes.
So I hope this has encouraged you. Thank you for being a fan of the channel.
And we wish you the best in your cricket journey.
Yes. And when you get there, send us a message on TikTok when your first game is on, or send us a recording, because I want to see that. Because I've never actually seen a professional cricket game.
No, neither have I.
So thank you very much, and just go out and achieve your goals. Hello, LeMay. It's us, the Dream Team.
So your best friend Rosie sent us in a request asking us to wish you a happy birthday.
So happy
birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. And your birthday's 3 days before Sarah's.
Yeah.
You're turning 29. She's only turning 23, so you're a little older.
Couple years in there between.
So this is kind of a reciprocal thing here.
Yeah. So first, LeMay requested a video for you. Now you're requesting a video for LeMay. Or you requested a video for Rosie, and Rosie requested one for you. It's very confusing.
Yeah, so anyway, we want to thank you so much for both being fans, and your awesome friend. You pick her up when she's down, and that is what a friend is there for. So keep being an awesome friend.
You've been friends for 20 plus years. That's an achievement.
That's a long time. So you keep being the best of friends. Thank you both so much for watching us and being fans, and we love you, and you have an amazing day. Hello, Sydney. It's us, the Dream Team.
So Rose and Jay, who you like to call Hulk, wanted to wish you a very happy Mother's Day.
So we're not sure on the inside joke on that one, but Nixon says you're the best mom, and so we want to thank you for being the best mom, because moms are incredible, moms are amazing, and they don't get enough gratitude. They don't get enough.
Moms do so much for the world. Like, they bring new people into the world, so they're the best.
Exactly. Moms are always the best. And
none of us would be here without our mothers.
Exactly. So thank you so much for being the best mom. We know you're an incredible mom because, Nixon would have said it if you weren't.
Exactly.
So thank you so much for being an incredible mom. Moms are awesome. We love moms. We love you. And have a wonderful, fabulous, incredible, awesome Mother's Day. Make them wait on you, because
don't do anything. This is your day. You relax.
So have an incredible day, and thank you so much for enjoying our content, because obviously if you didn't know who we were, then this wouldn't make any sense and he wouldn't have sent in a request.
Exactly.
So, have a wonderful day. We love you. The world loves you. The world loves moms. Continue being the best mom. Hello, Gabriella. It's us, the Dream Team.
So your boyfriend Dave sent us in a request asking us to wish you a happy anniversary.
We hear it's your 9th anniversary, and you've got 2 really cool pets. Lily, the Chiweenie. I love Chiweenies, by the way.
Yeah.
They're cute.
And Lotus, the Tortoise cat.
I didn't even know a Tortoise cat existed until today.
Me neither, but I looked up a picture, and they are very, very cute.
They're very cute. So we hear you love our videos, and so we thank you for that. We thank you for the support, and we hope you have a wonderful 9th anniversary. We know that Dave loves you very much because he said so in our request.
Yes.
So you have an incredible boyfriend, and you guys are going to be happy for years to come. So
we wish you many more long years of love.
Yes, and thank you both for your support.
Yep.
And we hope that you have an amazing day. In that note, we'd like to say, stay positive and have an amazing day. Hello, Eli. It's me, Patrick.
And me, Sarah. Your friend Maddie sent us in a request asking us to congratulate you on winning Expedition Online.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That is awesome. I'm sure you're ecstatic. I only watched part of an episode. I'll admit, I actually got to go back and watch it because it looks like it might be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But congratulations, that's an incredible feat.
Yep, and always remember to keep following your dreams and stay positive.
Exactly. Hello, Caleb. It's us, the Dream Team.
Your girlfriend Caitlin sent us in a request asking us to give you a pep talk.
So she says you're a wonderful father, so I assume you just became a father. But I can tell you that being a father is the best job in the world. I wouldn't trade my kids for the world. You know how close I am to Sarah. The only title that I can think of that even comes close to comparing to father is husband. And I gotta tell you, if you're both a husband and a father, then you are at the pinnacle of manhood, and you can be happy for years to come. And I'm sure that's in the near future for you as well.
I don't have much experience with marriage, but I can tell you this. My parents have been married for 22 years, and they are the happiest they can be.
Exactly. Hello, Adam. It's us, the Dream Team.
So your lovely fiance Kayla sent us in a request asking us to give you marriage advice and a dad and daughter dance.
The marriage advice, I'm probably going to have to take this one because Sarah's not married yet.
Don't know nothing about marriage.
But here's the simplest thing I can tell you. The best advice I can give you for a marriage is it's going to take a lot of work. Okay? You're going to have arguments. You're going to have things you don't agree on. Things you don't agree on. But you just have to remember how much you love each other. And you need to talk, communicate, be communicative. Because if you don't communicate, the marriage will never work. And coming from me, hey, I've been married almost 22 years, so I may know a little something. So just communicate and remember how much you love each other. Marriage is a wonderful thing, but it takes a lot of work.
Yep. But we wish you many years of marriage and congratulations on your engagement.
And now, our father-daughter dance.
This dance is more than just a dance.
I think it's stupid to ask them for anything. I think it's stupid to even pay for like half of people's cameos. They aren't good at anything but being weird and incestual. The slow dance one didn't help what I just said at all. But I just don't see at all the point of buying a cameo from these guys. Their advice sucks. They don't know what they're talking about in anything despite them acting like they do. And it's just all stupid. Patrick Getchell failed businesses. Patrick has had several failed businesses, but more have came out in the past few months. To start, there was an article that came out that he made, and it was talking about him being a ski instructor. And here is like the section of the article that was found through the Wayback Machine. We'll get on to simple affiliation solutions in a second, but we'll start with this. The article says, probably the hardest step in the process, but also the simplest. Think hard about the last time you were afraid to fall. Maybe we should use this as the first example above. You meet someone you want to ask out. What stops you? Usually is the belief that you are somehow not good enough. You know that you will fail because the person could not possibly be interested in you. Well, am I close to that mark here or what? Changing the perception is the key to everything. Let me bring you back to when you were a child of 3 years old. What? Why are you thinking of children? You always thought you were invincible. You could do anything. You tried to do everything, and there was no fear to stand in your way. I was a ski instructor for 3 years, and my favorite lessons were with the young children, which I don't know when he would have been a ski instructor because even in the pictures of young Patrick and Sarah, quote young, he's still like not really in shape, so I don't know. It always amazes me how quickly they picked up on things. But what made it better is with a few rare exceptions, when they would fall and got back up and kept going and didn't freeze in fear of wondering if they could make it without falling. They believed in themselves. They knew they could do it. They didn't fear failure. So why am I comparing you to a 3-year-old? What is the point? The point is that fear isn't something you are born with. It's something you learn. Maybe you were told that you are a failure and you believed it. Maybe you made a big mistake once and it hurt. Whatever it was, it's something that you learned. So it's something that you can also unlearn. Think about who you are today. Think about the things in your life that make you happy. It could be your family, your job, anything that you have been successful at. Now take those things and think about your life as a whole. What made you succeed? Was it luck that you found the love of your life? Or was it that you overcame your fear at that moment and asked her/him out? I would say the latter. I would say the later. So, dude, this guy sucks. This guy actually sucks at spelling. There's so many grammatical errors, like, in his stuff, which I'll talk about, or I'll show more examples later. But, no, I would choose the latter, not the later. Or am I wrong? Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. I've never heard someone say, I would say the later. So how can you make that an everyday thing? Well, you need to teach yourself. There are many methods that help positive affirmations like, I believe in myself, I know I can succeed, etc. There's also the method I use, which is simply to wake up every morning and look at my life. Think about what I am thankful for. Remember that I'm capable of doing anything, just like my mom always told me. Now to go on to their shirts and stuff, because I want to go ahead and get these out of the way. I've shown their shirts before, but they're just really bad. Also, the Godly People have a acronym shirt for the B word. You are right. I am a beep. Beautiful, intelligent, tough, caring, hot. And then they also have just like the official Dream Team, and then they have like Team Nana, Team Patrick, Team Sarah, Team Theresa. It's just their faces on it. I don't know if these are the Redbubble shirts or what, but Redbubble is also just a terrible website and makes like the worst clothes possible. It's literally just like Redbubble is literally a site where you buy it for the meme and nothing else, or like it's just a throwaway shirt. And I think some of these are on Redbubble and then some of these are on their own store. These are also like way too much for what they are and how much effort you put into these. I could make these pretty easily in like probably a minute, and it probably took Patrick an hour. But to go on, they also had a LED light strip business back in 2023. They responded to a Mr. Beast comment saying, I've been building my business on Shopify for years, and now we're paying it forward. Link your business in the replies and tell us in 6 words or less why your product is unique. I might buy a bunch. And he put his grandlightingsolutions.com, LED strips to make your home shine. Getchell Family Store, good and full material. Using double layer copper on PCB board to keep the mixed colors more even. LED IR remote controller has overcharging, short circuit protection, and memory function. Power supply makes sure the safety for adults and kids. That's not a complete sentence, I don't think. RGB infrared Bluetooth control, 10M, 5M LED strip lights for $6.18. Length 1 meter? Wait, so they're selling like 3 feet for $6, I guess. I don't know. It's like $2 a foot. Getchell Family Store, multicolor and DIY. LED tape strip lights. Also, if this is what the website looks like, then it's definitely like, it would look like a scam. I wouldn't even trust it. This was also probably just drop shipping, and them doing this in 2023 is really dumb as well, because like you can find these at Walmart or anywhere basically. Here's also his Audible account, where of course he failed, being an author. The description of it says, nobody can determine your reality, only you have that power. This quote sums up my life completely. Throughout my life, people have told me I can't be successful and say I'm not talented enough, smart enough, or whatever else they think will deter me. Well, here I am. I just published my very first novel along with my co-author and daughter, Sarah. Like the dragons in our debut novel, I have always been judged based on my appearance or where I live. Very few have gotten to know me, yet here I am. I love the outdoors, and I am one of the biggest fans of books like Anne McCaffrey's Dragon Riders of Pern and Christopher Paolini's Inheritance Cycle. My family is the most important thing in my life. My wife of 22 years, Theresa, is my strongest support. My son Hunter is the absolute most awesome son. He is always there to help me with whatever I need, and we are the best team in Monster Hunter. Then, of course, there's my daughter Sarah, 21 years old, but smarter and wiser than most people twice her age. She is my best friend and the perfect co-author. We speak the same literacy language, so to speak. I encourage you all to read Firebound Harmony, Princess and Dragon Unite. It is an incredible story with many lessons hidden in its pages. Yeah, I bet there is, especially Chapter 1, Forbidden Love. There's plenty of action, and the female main character is a strong smart, it's just like Sarah. He was also the operations manager at a golf college of sorts. I think he was there for just like a year or less than a year, and then also apparently came back in 2017 and left as well. I don't really know. There's an article about this Golf Academy of America as well, saying, operating 5 locations around the U.S., Golf Academy of America will bite the dust and shutter its doors, ceasing operations after 44 years in the business of training hopeful golf professionals. Privately held Education Corporation of America, EAC, owner of 5 golf schools, made the dreaded announcement on Wednesday of this week confirming it would be ceasing operations, all of its roughly 80 campuses. Reason given included declining student enrollment and loss of accreditation. Company employees have been notified that their positions will be eliminated, and most of the company's approximate 20,000 students will not be able to finish their programs unless they were in their final semester. Its 5 campuses are in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, San Antonio, Dallas, Orlando, and Phoenix. On its website, Golf Academy of America said it had trained more than 11,000 students, with graduates employed in golf industry in all 50 states around the world. The golf programs offered students training in the business of golf, course operations, teaching, technology, and membership. The company said their campus employed PGA of America members. There's also a question on Quora about this place, saying, has anyone attended Golf Academy of America? If so, what was your experience like? I'm going to sum this one up a little quicker, as I've answered this question before. I had a blast. It was a ton of fun, learned a lot of stuff, and played or practiced almost daily. The school is grossly expensive, I had to say it, but it's like almost like they're taking advantage of the GI Bill to rake in the cash. I don't know what the GI Bill is. I'm pretty sure it's just probably... I say that because based on my experience, it's about 50% former military seeking second careers. It was very good for networking between former students and a few of the teachers. They have helped me with hiring and getting more members on some hard to get on courses. Awful placement assistance. Once you've graduated and through the system, they do not give a crud about you anymore. They did almost nothing to help me post-grad. I got a fantastic job 4 months after graduating through my own hard work. I tried hiring through the GAA and through email, never got a response, and by phone I was directed to voicemails 100% of the time. My first HP said their degree means absolutely nothing. Head pros and GMs want PGM students, not diploma mill grads. He said he would have preferred if you started learning by working on the job as a bagroom kid, etc. I ended up getting my bachelor's as a backup because the golf business is a strenuous, time-constraining business. My 2 cents. Ask more people, but maybe it was just me. There is another article made by Patrick, or maybe this was a part of his resume talking about this place. I'm not sure. It says, trust me, I've tested this theory extensively. I used to always see the negative in everything until one day a few years back. I was down as I could get. My family and I were homeless. We had moved to Dallas, and things just fell out from under us. We were living in our car and barely able to eat. For the first month, I was literally depressed, irritable, and scared. This is also another example of not use commas. Use commas, okay? What is literally depressed, irritable? Then I was talking to a friend. Then she pointed out something that I didn't see. My family and I had grown closer. My daughter was always looking at the bright side, and we were all comforting each other. Even in that horrible situation, there was something positive happening. That changed my whole outlook, and things just started becoming more clear. I started seeing the positive things that were happening. My wife got a job. We were able to keep the car payments up. Through the generosity of others, we never went hungry. And we had a hotel room for most of the coldest nights. As I saw all these things clear, my whole world changed. I was happier despite the situation, and our situation improved. I found an apartment and moved in. I went back to school like I originally intended when we moved to Dallas, and even though that didn't work out, I found my current job and moved up the ranks quickly, where I am now second only to the owners. And I guess this is where the golfing stuff comes in, and his profile on this place. Didn't finish college. I don't know how far he went into it. In the past 2 years, we have made trips to SeaWorld, WrestleMania, and Universal Studios. Don't know how, and he finally used commas here, all because I changed my mindset and focused on the positive. I can see why he didn't go through college that well either, because he ain't got no good English. To go on to other articles, there's another one here that says, I've been there many times and I'm never going back. Throughout my life, I've had many times when I have succumbed to the negativity. I used to believe that I could never be an executive in a company. You can't be, or at least not a successful one. Now I'm an operations manager for a company that's not the same. I used to believe that I could never own my own home. You don't. Now I'm very close to owning my own home. Yeah. Close. We're close. I used to believe that making money online was all a scam. Now I'm starting to see the results, and I know that I will become successful soon. There's still scams. I mean, you're just scamming. I mean, I don't know. Also, it doesn't really work. Like, you've made some money, but not, you know what I mean? It is all about me and what I believe is true. People still tell me that I can't do it. I just don't believe them anymore. I'm going to do anything I commit to and follow through on. So if you are ready to take back control of your own reality, then just do it, believe in yourself, and you can accomplish anything. If you want to check out some more of my motivation, check out this category. Please feel free to leave your comments below telling me your story. Ask any questions you have. I promise I will answer. Another article. I want to succeed, but it can be tough sometimes. I need incentives and encouragement to keep me on track. We all want to succeed, and we all want to be financially independent. I've yet to meet someone who is satisfied with being poor. The problem we all face is discouragement and procrastination. In order to overcome that and keep moving forward, we need incentives and goals as well as encouragement to get through the rough times when nothing seems to work. Wealthy Affiliate had us covered there as well. They offer an incentive that if you make 300 sales in a calendar year, they'll fly you all expense paid to Las Vegas for a conference. One of these actually showed the date, and it was all the way back in 2019. So I don't know like how long he was doing these for, because 2023 a light salesman, 2019 a con artist or con man article maker. So this was September 27th, 2019 by Patrick Getchell. Time for my update on Wealthy Affiliate Review. What is Wealthy Affiliate? Is a training program and community to help you build affiliate websites. I first joined September 2019 and I've learned a lot. So this was made like 4 weeks afterwards. I don't know. There have been ups and downs. A little about me, how to become an affiliate. Hi, my name is Patrick. Now that we have been properly introduced, okay, what a terrible writer. Let me tell you a bit about my journey. I started out years ago trying to find a way to make money online. That is probably what you are searching for as well. It isn't easy to find without all the clusters of scams and crazy claims and hard to follow programs that seem to permanent the interest today. I searched for years off and on and had zero success. There's always something I was missing, some training or trick that didn't pan out. So I started thinking it was all a scam and that the only way you can make money online is to scam others and rope them into some less than informative, quote, training program. Well, that isn't me. I'm an honest person and I can never live with myself if that is how I made my fortune. So that's probably why you drink. So recently I decided to look again, and in September 2019 I found a Wealthy Affiliate. After joining and starting the free training, I found quite a bit of good training. So I decided to go ahead and start my premium membership. I haven't looked back since. Below I will break down the good and the bad, so read on to find out if Wealthy Affiliate is right for you. So we fell for one of these like training programs, right? And probably has like a unknown amount of like just subscriptions on his cards that he just does forget about, like that, like the premium subscription to Wealthy Affiliate that he probably hasn't used since 2019 of September 27th. It's probably why they're broke. Now you have a better idea of what holds people back from making money from home. Let's talk about how we can fix this and actually remove that block that stops us from pursuing whatever opportunity we want to pursue. First, let's call it what it is, because he just didn't spell call correctly. Building an online business. There's no reason for capitalization here. That is right. It is a business, and businesses take work and time to build. So start training your mind right now to accept that if you don't expect immediate results, then it will stop you from getting discouraged and you can approach it with a better mindset. I'm going to give you a perfect example. I've been around and seen many different systems designed to help people make money online. So yeah. So he's done this like a lot. He's been through a lot of programs. So am I still struggling to get my business going? Well, before I joined the training program I'm currently using, more on that later, I was always looking for immediate results. I was trying for a big infusion of money right off the bat, and as a result I spent hundreds of dollars on Facebook ads and PPC advertising on Google, which is fine, those things can help. I made a couple of sales. I did not, however, have very good converting content, so my conversion rate was horrible and I lost money. So he's just not good at producing anything. Now if I had done what I'm doing right now, which is building engaging, I hope, content and making a solid foundation, then things would have been different. Key 2, persistent and focus. This is where I wavered many times. I expected results from very little work. You still do. That is not how you build a successful business. Think this for a minute. If you were to start a brick and mortar retail store, would you expect to have thousands of customers the first day? I hope not, or you would be disappointed. It takes persistence and focus to build a customer base. It is the same online. Can you get immediate results? Absolutely you can, but you'll have to put the work in. First thing you need to do is build a website and start filling it with content. You need to build a foundation for your business and establish yourself as an authority in your niche. Put up some social media posts, get your site indexed in Google and other search engines, learn all you can about writing content and apply it. All these things take time and lots of work. You're probably thinking to yourself, affiliate marketing is supposed to be passive income. Why do I need to work at it so hard? Well, you want full-time passive income, you need to put the work in now to make it happen. I'll explain that in the next key. Have you seen all those programs claiming that absolutely anyone can make money online from home with no experience needed? I've probably bought or looked into a wide range of those systems. I've spent a good portion of at least 10 years searching for the right way to do it. The right system, the right quote secret. I got discouraged many times because it seemed in that order to make it work, I'd have to compromise my morals and create my own quote system to sell to people. Well, I finally found a website that made me realize that the fault was mine. What does it really take to make money online? Okay, so Joe Schmo from Idaho says that selling on Amazon is the way to go, but Jimmy Boo in Canada says no, you gotta build a blog. Jane in New York says become an affiliate, and Rachel in Texas says just to build a Shopify dropship store. Who is right? The answer is simple, that they are all right. Every one of those methods are 100% legit. ways to make money online from home. They each require different methods to make them work, and you can any and all of them with proper training. In order to trust a company, I need to see a solid background and good reputation. Too many times I've jumped blindly into a flashy sale and not did my research. Those mistakes cost me dearly. Now I am more careful when searching my opportunities. You can never truly tell if posts on the internet are honest opinions or just an attempt to get you to purchase a product so the writer gets his or her commission. Even now, I am sure you're asking yourself if I am biased because I am an affiliate for the Wealthy Affiliate Program. That is a valid question. So how do you know? Well, first of all, I can assure you that I'm too honest of a person to promote the product I don't believe in. Secondly, you can look it up all over the internet. Wealthy Affiliate has one of the best reputations in the industry, and they have been around for 14 years. Are there people who write bad reviews? Of course, but their good reviews are more plentiful than the bad ones. September 25th, 2019 by Patrick Getchell. Hello and welcome to my website. I want you to understand a little more about me, so I decided to make my first post. My goal is to help you achieve your goal of making money online as an affiliate. In order to gain your trust, I need you to understand who I am, so read on. My story: I've been searching for the right affiliate program for years. I start to make money and then get frustrated and scrap the idea. This is a repeated pattern by him. Problem I always face is no support. Oh, they all give you the steps and tell you their secrets. However, they don't make themselves available to answer your questions. This always left me alone, and I hate being alone. So this is okay, yeah, there's a lot that's showing here, a lot of repeated patterns. I'm 38 years old and am a father and husband, my two greatest jobs. I love to travel and want to visit as many places in the world as I can. The Redditor that had these screenshots said, more screenshots of the simpleaffiliatesolutions.com website from the Wayback Machine. A lot to unpack here. Patrick talks about getting closer to his family while they were homeless and mentions Sarah specifically. These posts were from 2019, and he mentions 10 years of looking into get-rich-quick schemes and wasting money on them. Nothing has changed. He says he is close to buying a home at the time of writing. 6 years later, and many more failed business ventures later, he still has learned nothing. Also, apparently I have this out of order. There's also a $30 shirt. I can't tell if this is from their official website or not. This might be the Redbubble one, but a $30.34 Bonk Bros, Monster Hunter Bonk Bros Keep Bonking shirt. It's insane. Like, what? $30, bro? Is it possible to make money online for free? What is the catch? I will answer these questions for you today. Read on. It is worthy of your time. First, you need to understand how you can make money online. There are several different ways to make money online. I will list and that was the end of that article. There's another one. Are you a nobody from Nowheresville? Become a somebody by Patrick in October 2019. October 11th specifically. Talk about your provocative question. In this article, I want to show you how to become somebody in affiliate marketing. This is going to be some deep stuff. Every high-earning affiliate that you see online started off as a nobody from Nowheresville, just like you. No matter where you go in the affiliate program, and that was the end of that part. Okay, so now you know what success means to you. What is the core motivation to achieve it? To answer this, you need to look at why you chose that definition of success. Let's go back to me, for example. I love reptiles. I have quite the collection already and I want to expand it. The trouble is finding a career or business that's working with reptiles is hit or miss and not steady at all. So in order for me to spend my time with my animals and maybe even educating others about reptiles, I need a sizable income. That income has to be passive, as spending 40 plus hours a week at work and taking care of large collection of reptiles while still having time for my family doesn't work. I also want to go to places like Disney World and Universal Studios, not properly capitalized. Minus points for that. I like to travel to Europe as well, so my main motivation for my love for reptiles and my desire to travel wherever and whenever I want. This is a lofty goal and one I will not achieve unless I attain complete financial freedom, so this blog as well as my other sites are my focus. It is easier now for me to focus on these articles knowing that each one is another step closer to my end goal. You have to find the same thing in you. What is the main reason you want the success you chose? How will you use that to keep yourself motivated to the end? To answer the question, you need to ask yourself another question. How do you define to be successful? This perhaps is the most important question to ask. For some, success, it means mansion with lots of vacations, just enjoying life all day. For others, it simply means having a good job with a decent house and family. For some, success is just simply getting your dream job and working 7 days a week, doing something you love. You're the only one that knows what success means to you. For me, success means having enough passive income to be able to spend all my time on my hobbies and take nice trips to fun places. Now dig deep and find out what success means to you. Once you know what you want, then finding the motivation to get there will be easy. So that was that article. Doubt is the enemy of success. Let's look back at the scene. Yoda told Luke to move the ship with the Force. All Luke could think about was how big the ship is, and he could not possibly lift that much. Yoda saw a different picture. He knew it could be done, and there was no doubt in his mind. I know this is a movie, and there is no such thing as, quote, the Force. However, the concept is still the same. When we dream of being rich or successful, we sometimes think it is beyond us, because we don't have the knowledge or ability. We think that a task is too difficult, so we say we, quote, try, and we don't really believe. Then there are others who just know they can do it, so they move forward believing, and they succeed. Just a few minutes later, Yoda summed it up for Luke. When Luke gave up, Yoda himself lifted the ship and set it on the land. Upon seeing this, Luke's response was, "I don't believe it." To which Yoda replied, "This is why you fail." It could not be more clear. It is time to tie this all back into reality. The spelling here. What? Didn't even start out the article with a capital letter and then says... Okay, so we have had our Star Wars nostalgia spelled very incorrectly for the day, and also capitalized nostalgia for no reason. Time to come back to reality. How can we take these lessons and apply them into our own goals and dreams? I'm going to use my own goal of making money online with the affiliate marketing as my example, because that is what the blog is about. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this movie, this part may not make much sense. In the movie, Yoda was training Luke. It came to a point where Yoda asked a difficult question, or so Luke thought. So he said to Yoda, quote, "I'll try," and Yoda responded in this way: "Do or do not. There is no try." In the essence, he was telling Luke that there was only two results. You either accomplish your goal or you don't. Trying doesn't exist. Is this just some silly quote from a movie with no real relevance? I know we're all thinking this, but to be honest, this is a very profound quote. The writers of Star Wars knew what they were doing when they used this line. Think about this for a minute. Do or do not. This gives only two options. There is no middle ground. There is no try. This is somewhat accurate in a certain context which ties the whole thing together. Let me explain. I'm not saying that this doesn't exist, but I am saying that this is what Yoda was trying to convey to Luke. Oftentimes when we are faced with challenges, we say, "I will try my best." This gives us an out if we fail and actually sets us up for failure. If we fail, we simply tell ourselves it's okay, we tried. In order to be successful, we need to actually try. By that, I mean we need to go in with the attitude that we are going to do it and that we push ourselves to try harder until we succeed. In order to accomplish our goals, we need to believe that there is only one option, that is success. There's also some Facebook posts by Simple Affiliate Solutions, which I think is his own thing, because he apparently went to Wealthy Affiliate Program or whatever, which I don't know if that's a real site or what. I guess this is like his own like sub-site, which I'm pretty sure he just copy and pastes half of the idea that he's gotten from these get-rich-quick places and then makes an article about it, basically. Because back then, AI didn't really exist. This Facebook post from Simple Affiliate Solutions says, "Is that time of year again. Black Friday is creeping up on us. There's never been a better time to jump into Wealthy Affiliate. Check out my website below." And it shows, of course, him with that terrible Photoshop. Then, of course, here's a younger him. "Welcome to Simple Affiliate Solutions. My name is Patrick. I created this page to share my blog posts as an affiliate marketer myself. I want to share content that will help others on their journey to making money online as an affiliate. I am learning the ropes myself, but as I learn, I share my knowledge. Follow my page for regular posts about how to stay motivated, as well as practical knowledge like reviews on affiliate training programs and how to dial in your SEO. Visit simpleaffiliatesolutions.com to see all my current posts." Simple Affiliate Solutions, welcome to my new channel, Build Your Wealth Online. Watch the series on how to build your online business to be as strong and stand tall. This is just insane. So, you really want to know, is Wealthy Affiliate a scam or what? Check out my newest post to find out. I don't know what the fox has to do with this. They also, I guess, reposted some Facebook posts by Leaders Elevate saying, "Start by doing one push-up. Start by drinking 1 cup of water. Start by paying toward one debt." That's not how it works. "Start by reading 1 page. Start by making 1 sale. Start by deleting 1 old contact. Start by walking 1 lap. Start by attending 1 event. Start by writing 1 paragraph. Start today. Repeat tomorrow. Explore paradise every day," is their quote. We all suffer from fear of failure at some point. The question is, how do we overcome that and learn to be successful? A friend told me what attitude adds up to, so I thought I had to share. He made this himself. This wasn't made by a friend, because this is exactly like stuff that he makes. "The importance of positive thinking is real. The numbers don't lie. The right attitude works 100% of the time." gay. It used to be called Simple Affiliate Marketing, and then it went to Solutions. Friends and family support is awesome. However, unless you believe in yourself, you're going nowhere fast. Remember that you are an awesome person. And then it doesn't complete. It says if you believe in yourself, you will be ready to reach the top, or you will reach the top. After a bit of a break, I published my newest article. There's always breaks with this dude. This dude never really be on the grind for real. Also, this is from 2020, so he was doing this back in August of 2020. How to be successful in life, where to find motivation. Do not be afraid to take the next step in your online journey. There's light at the end of your tunnel if you'll only go the distance. They also had a Pinterest account for Simple Affiliate Solutions. Reviews, motivation, how to make money online, other get-rich-quick type of nonsense. They made posts themselves, and they also made a board. It is weird that he said they liked teaching young kids the most out of like all of his jobs. And how could someone actually have so many jobs and stuff in their lifetime? I truly think that Patrick is mentally ill in some way, shape, or form, because it is quite literally insane. He might actually be insane because he just tries the same things over and over again, but gets the same exact results. This dude is like a snake oil salesman or a con man, but not good at anything. Patrick Getchell's Roblox game. Patrick made a new game, but this time on Roblox. It's a kids game called Snow Cloud Emoji Ice Masters Obby, meaning obstacles, Snow Cloud Emoji.
It's so cold.
It's so cold.
Is it because we just released Ice Masters?
Probably. That has to be it.
That has to be it.
Yeah, that's the only explanation.
That's right, guys. We have just released Ice Masters Obby on Roblox.
Yep.
Okay? GFG Studios, which is her, him, me, and even Theresa. We just released Ice Masters Obby. I know we announced it on your channel, like way back. We had some issues that we had to solve. We finally got them solved. It's had, since last night, it's had what, 500 visits?
Yeah, 500.
Okay.
Last night before we went to bed, there was like 3 or 4 active players.
Yep. So it's out. It's ready to go.
Yep.
I'll pop a link for it in our link tree. And so anybody who plays Roblox, give it a shot.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Yep. I think you're really gonna like it. Through whole development, I'm like, this is gonna get thousands and thousands of players.
Well, it's really cool because it's all ice, like slippery ice.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to really be careful with your jumping in this game because it's very, very slippery.
Yeah.
Or as I like to call it, it's very sippy.
So anyway, if you like Roblox games, go check it out.
Yeah, if you like Obby games, go check it out. And
Obby games are very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's about it for this announcement. Stay tuned for the rest of our content for the day.
Until then, remember to
stay positive and have an amazing day!
You can tell Patrick is out of touch, as during him showing off the gameplay, the Bandicam watermark was at the top of the screen, which I haven't seen Bandicam in years. But here's the game page that you see on Roblox, made by GFG_Studios. As you can see, it has 64 dislikes and 25 likes, so it's not liked by the community at all. Description of it says, are you ready to put your skills to the ultimate test? In Ice Masters Obby, you'll face 100 challenging stages of slippery, icy obstacles designed to push even the most experienced Obby enthusiasts to their limits. Ice block emoji, snowflake emoji, diamond emoji, collect gems. Gather precious gems as you navigate the frozen terrain and climb to the top of the gem leaderboard. Snowflake emoji, epic challenges. From slippery ice platforms to tricky jumps and frozen traps, each stage is packed with the excitement and icy surprises. This is ChatGPT. I know this is because they lay their stuff out the exact same with emojis and stuff. This is AI. For Obby enthusiasts, you think you've mastered all Obbies? Who calls them Obbies, bro? There was something I was about to say, but keep yourself safe, basically. Prove your skills and become a Ice Master. Star emoji. Can you conquer all 100 stages and claim your place at the top? Join the adventure and find out. Trophy emoji. Who can get the most wins? Restart after completing the course and conquer it over and over. Climb your way to the top of the wins leaderboard. There was 0 active players. There's 50 people that favorited it. 3,543 visits, which I guess people played it. People visited it that much. It was not supported by voice chat or camera, so I mean you couldn't use voice chat, which is kind of weird. It was created 2 days after Christmas, That's kind of miserable. I don't know. Maybe that he just had like a set release date or something. But in his last update, or at least at the time of like screenshotting this, was like 3 weeks ago on 6/9/2025. Nice. Not really. Their server size, I guess it fits 15 people total. Genre is Obby and platformer, and subgenre is classic Obby. Of course, there is stuff that you have to pay for with Robux. A snowball launcher, which I don't know what it does at all. That's the biggest thing on here, and it costs $5, basically 500 Robux is $5. Patrick and Sarah being sued. Looks like Patrick and Sarah might have a legal case on their hands, as someone claims to have originally made the books, but in Wattpad. The post says, Dad and Daughter Wattpad. Hi all, I'm currently gathering evidence for a copyright case regarding a fantasy novel that I originally published in 2023 on Wattpad and self-published on Amazon in 2025, which had been copied and republished by the dad-daughter duo. I'm looking for anyone who remembers seeing work by Patrick or Sarah Getchell on Wattpad, particularly any early drafts about Firebound Harmony. Creator on TikTok mentioned that they had admitted to having stories published on Wattpad, but it appears that the account was deleted. If anyone has Reddit threads, screenshots, usernames, or archives, it would help a lot. I'm not trying to cancel anyone, but this is the first story I've ever published, and I've worked hard on it for 2.5 years. I had just moved home to help my sick mother and was undergoing kidney donation to her while writing this. Also, I fully intend on doing a story time of how this was found out as soon as I can, as I take necessary steps. I just want to seek out justice. Any help would be the biggest blessing. Edit, this was also brought to me by the TikTok user who reviewed their book and said it was mentioned in a TikTok live that he had Wattpad. She has since given me approval to use her as evidence. This was made by OK-Resolution 9220, so if that helps at all. It looks like they might possibly be being sued. And like I wanted to say for the book and just for everything, he often uses AI for like basically everything. The cover of his books, the book itself. He's not great at spelling at all. His English like kind of sucks in a lot of ways. The articles were made back in like 2019, 2020 before AI was really a thing. And I don't even know if Grammarly was a thing back then, but like, did you have Grammarly back then and still sucked at writing? It's kind of insane. Also, he probably just stole like all of his articles and stuff off of other people because, you know, he's not really genuine. He probably saw the idea or a video. This was also during the time of like, you know, Hustlers University and all these other like sites as well that were being posted about like how to get rich quick or how to make money and stuff. So he was just following trends back then. Dream Team possibly leaving the internet. Sarah and Patrick have recently did an update on why they have not been as active on socials and say they are possibly leaving the internet.
Hi guys, so I know everybody's been wondering where we're at, and I'm sorry. We've gotten a lot of messages. People are concerned what's going on. We're fine.
Here we are.
The grind to 50K took a lot out of us. Posting 3 times a day, sometimes 4, doing lives at least once a week, and working full time. It got to be much.
Yeah.
Also, unfortunately, our trolls are the worst in the world. Like,
yeah.
They are all over us, even in real life. Okay,
Yep.
We've had to deal with a lot of in real life attacks from them recently.
Yeah.
And we're starting to wonder if it's even worth it. So I don't know when we'll be back. I don't know if we'll be back. Because honestly,
there's more trolls than there are supporters, and there's just not enough supporters to drown out the meanness of the trolls.
And it's not. I mean, if it was just online, it would be one thing. But with them coming at our real life friends,
yeah,
our family.
That's why we've made our Instagrams private, because we just don't need that.
Yeah, we gotta protect ourselves and our family and our friends. So, honestly, the small amount of money that we make from TikTok just doesn't compensate us for all that.
Yeah.
We may do a live coming up here soon. We may not, but any lives that we do from now on will be subscriber only, because we're just not going to deal with any more of the comments.
Yeah. Every time we do lives, we can't answer a lot of the questions because most of them are trolls.
And they drown out all of the genuine questions because they go by so fast.
Yeah.
So we're doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of thinking. If we want to continue this journey, I do have other TikTok endeavors that the trolls can't find that are actually doing well right now.
Yep.
And I just don't know if we're gonna just
cut this out completely or just keep it till once a week or what we're going to do. So just know that we're all right. We're fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Everything's going good. We're doing really well. Jackie's doing really well.
Yeah, she is.
It's just, I'm just tired of it.
Yeah,
honestly.
so am I.
Tired of dealing with trolls and not enough people to support us. And I mean, we know we have people that love us, but there's too many trolls. So
We started this account to have fun, and it's just become the laughing stock of TikTok, and we don't want that.
It's become worse than that. It's become not fun anymore. It's become a chore.
Yeah.
And that's just not what we want. So anyway, just know that we're all right. And if you genuinely care, and as far as the trolls go, they can keep doing whatever they're doing. It's whatever. We'll always beat them. Beat their crap in real life. But I just don't want to keep dealing with it. So we may just say the hell with it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope you all have a great day, and we may see you again soon. We may not, but it is what it is.
They do this a lot, though, when they get a lot of attention for their weird actions. Whenever they get, a quote, a lot of trolls or, quote, hate, they will leave for a little bit, then come back. The times are kind of inconsistent as to how long they will be gone for and when they will return, as sometimes it'll be a few days, or they'll post every, like, 5 days or so. Or maybe they'll be gone for weeks or months at a time. People like this always have some other secret account they are working on. J-Station said that he does the same exact thing, and it's so weird and gross to think that this guy thinks that he can be successful on another account. I doubt whatever else they are working on or going to do is going to succeed for long or at all, as they just don't really have the skills to entertain or make any good product on the internet. They really suck at the internet, basically. Apparently, they are considering being done with their accounts, as they are getting more, quote, trolls than anything and dealing with it in real life now. I wonder what happened like in real life, which is pretty, like, I mean, you live in Dallas, Texas, so I mean, it's kind of expected to have like a lot of people and then possibly know you because you're in a more like condensed area. And now they're putting their TikTok live commenting abilities behind a paywall like Paul Breach did, which, you know, they're kind of similar, oddly enough. And this won't work either, as I don't know who would really want to pay to comment on their TikTok lives, especially because they're not really entertaining, and unless it was just a troll, it's still not worth it. Don't give these guys money and don't follow them on anything. Just like search them up whenever you want to watch them, or leave like a video in your favorites or something to you know, look back at. But they'll probably revert back to normal hopefully soon, so they can actually take on the heat for what they do. It's like they're just too ignorant to understand why people think they're weird and everything else. Like, they don't like take in any like understanding, like, maybe I am a bad person. It's like you were told something so much, you would think that maybe they were kind of spitting facts at some point. People of all kinds are telling you you are weird, and not for just no reason either. Sarah on her own could succeed, but not with this weirdo family. Also, them leaving the internet is not exactly going to solve the main big issue here, which is their weird, concerning, touchy relationship. So it'd be more worth it if they stayed on the internet, so at least we could see what they're up to. They keep on talking about, quote, we don't care about the trolls, say whatever you want, but then leave the internet whenever they get trolled or get a lot of comments or hate. Both of their accounts are not really active or haven't been for the past few days or weeks. They've been really inconsistently uploading. Basically, after maybe a week or two, they come back for a video and etc. Their last video that I saw was them, you know, the one I just showed in this segment.
To give an update, since this video has took some time to make due to me being sick and everything, like I said, I was sick during the making and like basically talking throughout the entire video. Sarah has posted 2 times on her account since the disappearance, one time on the 16th of June and the other time on the 2nd of July. The first video was her unboxing some stuff for her dog that I'm guessing people sent through the Amazon wishlist, if they actually, you know, sent something through the Amazon wishlist. The video wasn't really good, as the quality was pretty bad. You know, she's not... I've seen so many other unboxing videos, and like everything else they do, they just do it in the lowest quality possible, not really showing off what they got them. Also not showing off, like, the dog using the stuff either. Supposedly using a camera. Like, oh, the camera went out. No, you don't use a camera. I know you don't for your TikToks. The quality's too low. Another thing is, too, is that, like, these people, like... do they have iPhones or not? I can never tell because their quality does not look like that high. Maybe it's because they give off like the Android aura or something, but I think they have iPhones now. Maybe in the past they had Androids. But to go on, the next video was the update video.
It's finally happened. I've had enough. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. If you follow the Dream Team channel, then you might already know why. If not, here's the explanation. So, a lot of the internet hate has spilled over into real life. People coming after our real life friends and our family members, trying to bully them too. We are currently discussing if we want to continue at all. As for me personally, I may keep this channel up and post occasionally, but then that would continue the hate, so I may not. One thing I've learned from all of this, and it is very sad, people are hurtful, hateful, and cruel. I can't trust anyone except my family. They're the only ones that are on my side, without fail. People have said they're on my side and they support me, and in the next breath, they put me down. You may have noticed that I limited my comments to friends only. I'm sorry guys, I'm just tired of all the comments about my weight, my eyes, not to mention hating on my dad. Both Dad and I have other TikTok accounts that can't be tracked down and have nothing to do with us, and they're doing well, so we may go that route and build those channels instead. Some people may see that as hiding, but we see it as freeing ourselves from the haters forever. And I know I have a lot of people here who care about me and my family. However, we can't tell who really likes us or who's just trying to be nice to get close to get information to use against us, not that there is any, or who just likes laughing at us. So we may just step away from the spotlight and live our lives without dealing with people trying to harm us, especially my dad. I'm sorry it's come to this, and I really do wish things could be different, but unfortunately there's just too many cruel people in this world, and I just don't want to deal with them anymore. I hope you all can understand, and maybe one day when I've achieved my dreams, I will come back and make the haters admit that they were wrong.
They all are kind of the same, not talking about their weird behavior as the sole reason behind the hate, and when they do talk about it, it's mainly comments, them responding to a comment in the comment section and defending it poorly, then also talking about the gross fact that they're on other accounts that are, quote, doing well. I'm sure that they will be easy to find if that's true, but I doubt they're doing well on these other accounts or that these accounts even exist. On the family account, there's only been 2 uploads since that last one talking about how they want to leave the internet. The first one was a 2-minute compilation video of some of their, quote, favorite dances. The next was another update video where Sarah is made by Patrick to beg for likes.
So, we've had several messages expressing support for us. People say they want us to keep posting. Well, it's time for a test to see if that's actually true. If you want us to keep posting, then help us out. You see, the only people that are active lately are the haters. All the good people who support us stay silent. I'm not asking you to speak up or buy anything or do anything except share and like this video. That's it. That's all we want out of our followers. Share and like our videos. These metrics will tell TikTok to push it out to more and more people. So if we can hit 20k likes in the next 48 hours on this video, Dad will post a Cooking with Dad. If we get to 100k likes, we will turn comments back on. And finally, if we can get 250k likes, we will come back and start posting daily again. This is how we see how much support we really have. Sharing, liking, and favoriting our videos is free for you. It doesn't expose you to hate because they will be liking our videos too because they don't want us to leave, or they'll have nothing to do, which means they won't be able to tell who's a fan and not. Don't just do that for this video. Go through all our recents and do the same thing. Watch till the end, like, and share. Let's see how many fans we really have that will show up and take us to the future. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Until then, remember to stay positive and have an amazing day.
It's been a day at least, and they've only gotten 3,500 likes on their post. They put such a weirdly big goal for no reason, especially for their account. They only have, like, what, 50,000 followers? And even before this, it's kind of interesting that the video is failing because, you know, their account was doing well, but then, you know, you become inconsistent, you stop uploading. And, you know, in that one video where they're responding to the haters, they're like, oh, you gotta post frequently, and then they just leave the internet, attempt to come back and beg for likes. And whenever that doesn't happen, other than them getting a couple of comments from, guessing mutuals or people they follow, and they follow back. It didn't work. It hasn't worked. And I don't know how much longer is left until it goes to 2 days. It says it's already been a day as making this video and talking about it. But I feel like by the end of the day, or whenever it hits 2 days, the video is going to be gone, like very quickly. I think this is going to hurt their ego and their narcissistic acts, because this is definitely a narcissistic action of like, oh, come on guys, let's see how many fans I really have. Puts up a huge goal, which is like half or a third of their follower count, which isn't always realistic. And then, especially after being inconsistent and everything else, after that fails, then what? They're going to delete the video. I'm pretty sure by the time this video is out, that video begging for likes is going to be gone. Very confident. Community questions, comments, and concerns. This segment is dedicated to basically comments, questions, concerns on the Snark Reddit to end this video off with some conversation before I actually get to the final end segment. OK_pin_5902 says, friends. Do you think it's strange that no one in this family actually has real life friends? No outside people who they hang out with or anything? Do you think it's because P is being creepy, or he doesn't want them to have outside connections because they see the truth? T doesn't ever hang out with friends, and neither do S or H. I just think it's sad, and at least the adults get to socialize with others at work while H gets nothing really. This is something I've talked about before, where, Hunter doesn't get any social time at all because, well, he's stuck being homeschooled. The social aspect of school is one of the main reasons, kids should be in school. One of the comments from life_package_2539 say, Patrick has friends, his pedo brothers, and S has a bestie named J. Oh wait, no she doesn't. IC_midnight_1177 says, S claims she has friends, but that they do not want to be involved in any content because they, quote, see what we, P plus S, go through. I've also heard others say that S used to have friends and used to identify as, LGBT, but P convinced S that they were bad influences because they were opening her eyes to the reality that she can leave. Zwagenburner says, I think she may be lesbian, but P keeps her isolated. She needs a real friend. And that is true. I do think that, I think all these people need friends in a social life. I think the daughter, she's kind of forced into this weird position, and so is and it seems like basically everyone. It seems like Patrick is literally the puppet master of this weird thing going on. And some people have debated whether this stuff can be passed down, like pedo thoughts, actions, and etc. Cat 73893 says, it's all by design. The homeschooling, the one bathroom apartment, the no friends, it's all about control for P. Isolating makes it easier to keep the facade up. I highly suspect that none of them except for P have unmonitored access to the internet. Anonymous X97 says, yes, he's a controlling, manipulative freak. Next is by Rosebuds Dash, saying, does their extended family think this is okay? How S and P acts towards each other is obviously done very casually, aka no matter where they are, they're all over each other. Assuming they have family they still go and see, do y'all think any of them think or say anything? Fortunately, it seems as though their only family contact would have been with P's like-minded brothers and his mother, which I don't think would see anything weird in this behavior because of who they are as people. Assuming here that P's mom doesn't care about her 2 sons being offenders, because I'm not educated on that. If they are acting so obviously romantic on social media for the world to see, who's to say that they don't act this way around family? What do you guys think? It's a good point to bring up. I think that like they said, the like-minded brothers, apparently maybe both brothers are offenders. I thought only one was, but maybe both of them are, which is insane if true. Probably do act this way around their family, if anything, because I don't know, maybe they just keep it only on the internet because if they do it in public, they get caught, but they do it in public. Now that I think about it, they do it in the parks at least, right? So, and I'm pretty sure Patrick, hounds his mom and everyone else in his family to follow him on these social medias. Catch20 Who says, that's actually a clever name, I like that. But anyway, he says, from the evidence we have, the 2 registered uncles and the grandmother who raised them are indeed their only family they seem to be in contact with, which I think is true as well. The biological grandfather has not been in the picture for many years, and the step-grandfather either left or passed away. T's mom died many years ago, and she seemingly has no contact with any of her remaining family, not even any connections on social media. I believe P isolated her from family a long time ago, and she has since fully adopted this family as her own. So even more people to disregard her needs needs, let alone the grandkids, and not get anyone any help. Magenta Heart says, I've done some way too deep stalking, and T has a brother who lives in the Northeast, but they don't seem super connected, and obviously they're too far away. Catch20 Who says, fun fact, P's stepfather used to have a son he seemed to be somewhat close with sometime within the last 6 years-ish. That relationship broke apart. The son seems pretty normal. The stepfather seems just as creepy as P and his brothers, and is even friends with the brothers online. I wonder if the Getchells have anything to do with that family dynamic falling apart. Agreed said, I agree so hard on this. This is where my mind went as well. Sucks that they only have people that are around that ones who obviously are okay with this type of behavior, as I'm sure it stems from the parents. So it seems like people have figured out more about them. I've not seen any of this information. I didn't know that there was another uncle that, you know, was on the list. We knew of one, and I talked about it in, I think, my last video. Yeah, it's insane. Shaking Cheese says, soggy waffles. Cooking with Dad, part 24. During part 24, he is showing how he makes cranberry sauce and stuffing. About 3/4 of the way through the video, S makes a point to state how she doesn't normally eat, quote, soggy bread, and then P comes behind them and mentions, at least it's not soggy waffles. There's an old game called Soggy Waffles / Soggy Biscuit. I don't suggest you go to Urban Dictionary and look that up if you don't know what it is, but if you know, you know. There's no reason for P to talk about soggy waffles. Sorry, I don't typically make posts, so I didn't go and screen record it, but you can go view the video.
Alright, so put this on the table. Alright, so now we've got this. So I'm going to take my wooden spoon because it's really hard to stir. But first we got to get it wet. Now I'm using a combination of bone broth and regular chicken broth. So I'm kind of going half and half as I add it, because you're basically adding this until it gets like wet and stuck together. So I'll just do that. And then just start stirring it so it starts to get all mixed up, and then you want to stir it until all of the bread is soaked in that broth.
I normally don't eat soggy bread, but this is the exception.
Well, this is not soggy waffles. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to continue to add broth and stir this until it gets all sticky and moist, and we'll be right back with the final results. Alright.
I've seen this before, basically from the Big Mouth reference, where they just, you have a race to off onto something, right? And whoever lasts onto it has to eat it. Catch20 Who says, never eat soggy waffles was originally used to help kids remember Northeast Southwest. I hate to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I would believe he would be referencing that before anything that belongs to Urban Dictionary. Shaking Cheese says, although I'd hope this would be the case, watching the video is more disturbingly gross than something referencing direction. At least it isn't soggy waffles when making a quote about soggy bread and stuffing is different than actual directional terminology. I'm pretty positive he was referencing Northeast Southwest. It's immediately what I thought, and his jokes are kind of cheesy like that. I'm not exactly sure. People would need more context for that. But people are trying to defend it. Like, they probably don't exactly want to, and I don't know the context of this because I didn't go check the video. Like, you know, he seems pretty positive that this is the case. General_pay_3276 says, will they ever get sick of this life? I'm irritable tonight, and watching the latest video was like, isn't this tiring? They're constantly trying to prove something. They basically live in a park. They do nothing for themselves. They don't keep up on basic hygiene. I'm sure there are health problems. It just doesn't seem like a life I'd personally want to live. I've got 1,000,001 things on my plate, and still I'd rather have this than dancing in a park for stupid hours a day and get shamed by the internet. I personally think the exact same thing. I just don't see how this is worth it, and I know that, you know, now they are kind of questioning the worth of doing this as well, and it's kind of sucky because I'm like, oh, they need to be banned off everywhere, but that doesn't really stop the issue in the background, and I'd at least like to have more proof or more definitive proof before, and like more so that he gets off the internet because he gets arrested or because they get separated or something and he gives up on. But yes, I don't think this life would be worth it at all. Raru333 says, Sarah alone. If she just did videos alone, like even the hand dancing, and just built a following herself, I think she did in the past, it would be so much better, and she'd be so much more likable. Like, it's so weird with her dad just there doing stuff alongside her, even when they're not touching. Like, can't she just do her own thing? It's so odd and controlling. She'd be so much more likable on her own. I See Spicy says, so she did for a while. She had her own arts and crafts channel where she would show her artwork and how she made it. Patrick hijacked that, though, after the Purity Ring video and turned it into a mutual dance account. Sarah seemed much happier when she had her own page. She still might have it up, but the bulk of their content is just whatever P wants them to do. And like I said before, and I think there might be another post in here, or it might have been in the last video, where they basically say that they want to support Sarah on her own, but they just don't want to support the rest of the family. Or, like, they just don't like Patrick because, you know, like I said earlier, Patrick's kind of like the puppet master of this entire thing. Sad-Worry6088 says, I would actually like to see her achieve her own dreams. The sad thing is, I really believe that Sarah has genuine potential, especially on social media. She already has great amount of support from Reddit and other platforms. If she were to start her own channel completely separated from Patrick and vlog her journey to becoming a SeaWorld trainer, I truly think she'd gain actual large following and not just cringe watching. People would rally behind her, not just with the views and comments, but likely with financial, health, and educational support too. There's real interest in her story, and I believe many others would help her take that next step toward independence if she ever got out from under P's influence. But that's the heartbreaking part. P seems to have such emotional hold on her. There are tiny moments where you can see S could be without his control, and it's both beautiful and painful to witness. If P actually loved her like a real father should, he'd let her go and do everything in his power to help her succeed on her own. Very good point. That's also very true that, you know, as a parent, you have to also be ready to let them go. Instead, it feels like he's using the, quote, SeaWorld dream as a form of manipulation, a carrot that dangles to keep her dependent on him. And the longer this dynamic continues, the harder it will be for her to break free. You can already see her starting to mirror him in small ways. It's like watching someone you love fall into a cult. You can show them the truth over and over, but they just can't see it. I still have hope for Sarah, I really do, but that window of opportunity is closing and fast. By KBay_92, Patrick's priorities. I apologize if this has been asked or brought up before, but isn't it wild that P can afford vacations and concerts and restaurants weekly? He can afford to purchase, quote, GoPros, as he mentions in his latest TikTok video, and he can afford 5+ reptiles and all of the setup and enclosure equipment. He can afford to purchase Sarah tons of art supplies. He can afford all these things and so much more, yet he can't afford to put his family in a home or get them in a vehicle. Patrick's priorities are so backwards. It makes me sick that anyone can support this man, but let him tell it. We are all just jealous of him because we don't have what they have. Well, P, if you're reading this, which I'm sure you will, absolutely no one is jealous of that filthy studio hotel you and your family of adults share. No one is jealous of your dirt-stained jeans and 5 outfits you wear back to back. No one is jealous of the disgusting relationship you have with your daughter. No one is jealous of you. We are concerned for the well-being of your children from their vile father by the name of, oh wait, it's you. But I do think that this is also a good point, especially if all of them are working, they should be able to afford a house. I think even like 3 small incomes, like, you know, those all add up to something, and they should be able to have their own house. But I think at the same time, it takes forever, especially in the Big 25, to have money for a house. I think Dallas is a little bit cheaper, though. It's known to be cheaper. But Patrick would probably want like a trailer in the middle of nowhere or a big mansion. There's like no in between. And it is also weird that they they need more than one car for their sakes because everyone has a different job. Unless, you know, they live in Dallas and unless they live like deep in the city or something where they can just walk to work. But I feel like they would have been found by now. Apparently they've had some IRL situations that I've talked about before, like in the last segment or whatever about them stepping away. But there's been no footage of them. So maybe they just lied. I don't know. But yes, the priorities are very backwards and no one is jealous of them. There is no reason to be jealous of them. We are just more concerned than anything. I don't understand why he immediately wants to go to the we're jealous type of deal whenever we all are. We're not saying, I don't know what would be like jealousy though. I feel like it's genuinely just concern. It's all just concerning comments or trolling them. BillBright_88 says, S, you have support. I know a lot of us do get snarky when it comes to Sarah, and it is irritating how her attitude is, and honestly that can make her feel more isolated and helpless and defensive. But if she ever decided to leave, I know every single one of us on this page would help her get any and everything we could. Most of us have info of the best steps that she could take and who to contact for what things. As private message any of us, I know that we would be willing to find out who the right connections are in the area. A lot of us would be willing to give her a place to stay and hide from Patrick and be safe until she got on her feet. Sarah, if you are allowed to see this page/post, please just know that the minute you decide to split, all of us have your back and will help you. I don't know what kind of things Patrick has told you to make you scared to reach out or leave, but I can promise you there are absolutely ways to get out of the situation that you are in and ways to keep you hidden from him until you are comfortable and independent if that is what you wish. Many of us have been through similar situations and can relate and give you advice. Please, Sarah, if/when you're ready, reach out to any of us. I really do hope that she does, get out of that house and get the help that she needs. And they do have a point. Although that, the snark Reddit is kind of hateful and the Reddit comment and the TikTok comments are also hateful at times, it's mainly just out of annoyance of Patrick and the situation that they're stuck in and how she can also be annoying defending him. I know that, anyone would be able to help her out. It's Dallas. It's a very, compact area. There's plenty of people there that would probably help, or at least in the Texas area that would help. I think that overall it's kind of shown in her eyes and stuff like that she kind of looks like kind of dead in the eyes, like she just looks tired, exhausted, and sad. Whether it's because of, quote, her job and, doing TikTok at the same time, or just the hate, or maybe her realizing that this is all wrong. I feel like at some point she will split from them soon. And whether it's out of nowhere very quickly from a coworker or what, it's kind of hard to say. The closest connection that she has to the outside world that isn't just the internet is her job. And since she works at a grocery store, there is plenty of people to talk to there. We've already given a lot of advice both in these videos and on Reddit in general about, hey, go to college, go to a community college and get your degree that you need or whatever. And, then you can dip and then you can leave. Because this is an abusive home situation. This is a very weird one that she needs to get out of. And hopefully she will be able to at some point. This one's a very long one from Always Kind Sometimes, saying, analysis of a narcissist. Buckle up, this is going to be a long one, but I hope it's worth the read. Patrick is indeed a narcissist, but an extremely unintelligent one. He has and displays all the textbook narcissistic behaviors and doesn't have the intelligence or skills to be discreet about them. Most narcissists tend to be covert manipulators who can hide quite well in the shadows. However, because P has an incredibly low IQ and limited skills, he simply cannot be discreet. Here's a few ways he's textbook. Patrick's ideas, aka grandiosities. Patrick's mind cycles endlessly through the unrealistic career schemes. 1 month it's reptile business, next month it's cooking show called Dinner with Dad, then financial coaching, motivational speaking, preaching, Roblox game creating, writing, singing, or any kind of half-done, get-rich-quick plan. Unfortunately for him, none of them ever gain traction because he lacks the discipline, intelligence, and basic work ethic to execute any of them, which is also kind of proven correct by one of the articles where he's like, I just want to have enough passive income to where I can do basically just not work. Every failed attempt is rationalized away, though. It could never be from his own limitations. Instead, he convinces himself that each failure is due to the, quote, haters, bad luck, or others, quote, not recognizing his genius. His belief in himself is built on delusion, entitlement, and pathological refusal to acknowledge his own mediocrity. He really took those, quote, if you believe it, you can achieve it posters to heart. Delusions of fame and importance. I mean, his TikTok account is enough proof of desperation for fame on its own. The more people that watch his videos, the more he believes in his own story, that he's some kind of famous yet misunderstood selfless dad doing his best. TikTok essentially hands him a stage to exploit his family and get paid for it, while feeding his toxic need to be at the center of everything. In the real world, he's powerless, broke, and irrelevant, but online he's, quote, somebody. With higher intelligence narcissists, they often have some resemblance of their self-preservation behaviors when interacting with others or online. Higher IQ narcissists can calculate risk, read social cues, and recognize when they're pushed too far. But when someone like Patrick, low IQ, low impulse control, and burning desire to be famous, he lacks the internal brakes. He simply cannot grasp consequences, legal risk, or long-term fallout of his lies or behaviors, all public and permanent online. The TikTok fame feeds his delusions and emboldens them, but he doesn't have the mental capacity to manage the house of cards he's building. Once they start to fall, he starts scrambling to cover one lie with another, creating more and more contradictions of his, quote, haters to call him out. The more he's exposed, the more paranoid and desperate for control he becomes, which leads him doubling down on his victimhood. Quote, the haters are trying to get at us. Blurred boundaries. S is experiencing a dangerous combination of enmeshment Oh, we talked about that. I forgot all about the enmeshment part, bro. Wow. Emotional and behaviors. P does this to S because, in his mind, she's perfect person to fill the role that no one else can. Someone who will love him unconditionally, never leave, and always put him first. When this started, she was young, dependent, and easy to control, and she wouldn't question his strange dynamics or narcissistic behavior the way adults might, also the reason he preyed on T, a developmentally delayed adult. By turning S into an emotional partner, had the disguise of protection and purity, he gets constant attention, admiration, and loyalty from her. He feels important, needed, and powerful. He needs her to exist for him, to soothe his fragile ego, to make him feel special and in control. Familial boundaries don't matter to him because in his mind it's all about keeping S close enough to keep feeding his need to be at the center of someone else's world. It's sick, but for him it doesn't matter. In my opinion, the purity ring was a form of proposal, boldly posted on the internet, a symbolic type of bonding that pieced S in a twisted pseudo-martial role where she exists to meet his emotional and potentially needs. Choosing and discarding T. He chose T because she was very easy to control. Her developmental delays make her vulnerable and less likely to question him, challenge him, or recognize any obvious red flags early on. Narcissists like P don't want equals. They want people who are dependent, compliant, and easy to dominate. T's limitations allow him to step into that role of a hero, which fed his ego, giving him full power over her life, decisions, finances, and even her reality. However, now that P has his needs fulfilled through S, T gets demoted to a background role, helpless dependent, the child, the inconvenience. He strips her of any real partnership, if she ever had any, decision-making or emotional connection, because she can no longer provide the narcissistic supply he craves. In his mind, T served her purpose. Now she's simply another quick object under his control. The discarding of T now allows him to maintain full control of both women, one infantilized and discarded, the other elevated and enmeshed. Cockroach Motel. The filthy, overcrowded living conditions just aren't a sign of neglect. It's by design, whether P knows it or not. Living in total squalor keeps his family emotionally worn down and socially isolated. Nobody's coming over to visit. Nobody has any privacy. His family's every move is available for him to watch and control. The cockroaches, one bathroom, reptiles, S sleeping on an air mattress, everyone crammed into one room. All this creates a constant state of survival mode, where basic needs are met and no one has the mental or emotional space to question him or plan a way out. Chaos reinforces their dependency on him because leaving feels overwhelming or impossible when you've been stripped of basic needs, dignity, and stability. Neglect of age. Patrick neglects Hunter because he just doesn't serve his narcissistic needs. Narcissists like Patrick divide their family into roles: who feeds their ego and who threatens it. Hunter's neglect is not accidental, it's intentional, and is a sense that Patrick doesn't see any narcissistic, quote, return on investing in him, so he simply discards him emotionally, leaving him unseen, unsupported, and starved for attention. Mr. Know-It-All. Narcissists like P build their entire identity on fantasy that they're smaller, wiser, and more capable than anyone else. Even when reality shows and everyone tells him otherwise, his low IQ actually makes this trait worse. He doesn't have the cognitive capacity to process any complexity or nuances. He overcompensates with certainty. Everything is this or that, black or white, simple and obvious in his mind, because that allows him to always be right and always stay in control. Acting like he knows everything gives him the authority over his family. Theresa, Sarah, and Hunter can't question him if he always has the answer. It also lets him dismiss anyone who challenges him, fitting his delusion that others are stupid, wrong, or haters. Jenna and the AI account. Because P cannot access J in real life, sorry, paid meet and greets don't count, he creates the digital proxies to simulate ownership and control. These AI creations and images allow him to interact with this fantasy version of J without fear of rejection, boundaries, or independence. All things he cannot tolerate from real women. By addressing S the same way as J, he initially creates a type of living version of his fantasy in his own house. It's complete objectification, and in P's mind, he's entitled to it. It's pure narcissistic possession. That's all for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed the psychological evaluation on the most disgusting man on the planet. I personally think that it had a lot of good points. I really do. The comments were really praising this post as well, and I want to read it because I think that this post was really great and brought up points that I didn't even think about. Maybe this person has a psychological background. I don't know, but you know, this person's really smart. They thought this out very well and thought of points that I didn't even think of. There was some that I've already brought up, but there was also some that were very new. It's just so much. I really love that post. Thank you again to Always Kind Sometimes. That's all I have for the questions, comments, and concerns. Next, it will be the end of the video, but I think a lot of these are very good points. I thought these were good questions and everything. I love the conversation. Although it's kind of one-sided right now, I love like reading these and talking about them because it's nice to have a back and forth conversation with other sides of the internet and be able to have a back and forth conversation with you all and each other in the comments. End. Before I end the videos, I always like to show memes and cringe stuff that I find. So we'll start with the cringe.
So we're here to do another dance challenge, but I think I'm missing someone. There's one very important piece of this that's...
What?
You're supposed to be over here.
Why?
Because that's how we always start off our dance challenges.
Well,
with you standing next to me, not over here getting in my face. This is not how we do a dance challenge. This is how we do a dance challenge.
Actually, we do a dance challenge by ourselves.
Okay, this is how we do the intro to the dance challenge.
Okay.
Jeez.
So, dance challenge.
Yes, we covered this about 10 different times already.
Same dance.
Yes.
Same dance.
Yes.
But I'll be better.
You'll be better?
Yes.
What about me?
Oh, I don't know.
You see this?
With those glasses on, you might be able to see stuff better, but I don't think you can dance better. I don't think it's magical. She's scary when she looks at me like that. Anyway. Sorry for being annoying. Anyway, time to do the dance challenge.
Annoying is your natural state. Anyway.
Yes, very much so. Yes.
Time for the dance challenge.
Alright, time for the dance challenge.
Now we just need the live goal. Yes, we will do PO Box unboxings.
I'll even dance for it.
You're crazy.
I know.
Okay, ranking horror characters. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't look very pleasant. Ugh. There could be worse. No? I don't know if that's not Michael Myers. Which one is that? I can't tell. But that's a no. Thank you. Oh god, nope. No, definitely not. That's number one. Oh! I hate that doll. It's not Annabelle, but it's not good either. Ew! She needs some serious skincare. Is that Freddy Krueger? Okay, he's possibly the least scariest of any horror character. Is that a leprechaun? What is that? I don't even know half of these, but I don't want anything to do with it. Is that a lizard? Okay, that looks like a Cardassian got sucked into a vacuum cleaner. I want to put that one at 2, but I could get something worse. You know what? I'll put that at 9. Okay, yeah, that's number 2. No.
And now here are the memes. The first meme is by no-choreographer-359 saying I can't laughing crying emoji. And it's a screenshot from one of their live streams. And one of the comments on the live stream says, Mom, how long did it take you to realize that your daughter was in a relationship with your husband? Next one is by gloomy_animal_3582 saying the first comment. And the first comment on this video, it was Sarah and Hunter like at the mall. And this guy says, run, it's your time.
I feel like Patrick's sitting there, though. He's probably sitting in the food hall waiting for them to get done. Patrick would never leave them out in the public alone. Next is by Bo S. Knight 87 saying, the craziest thing is honestly they believe this. And it shows Patrick and Sarah, or at least Patrick saying they're all just haters. And it's like a crowd of people, you know, and they're down at the bottom of it. And it's kind of weird that they really do think this way. That is their mentality, that everyone that is concerned and stuff, like I talked about in the last section, that, oh, everyone's just a hater. Everyone's just jealous. Everyone's jealous because they wish that they could... Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Open for Pretty says, creepy note they sent to a book buyer. So someone bought their book, like an actual paperback version of it, and they sent a like letter with it as well, which I think people just do in general. But this one is actually insane if real. It says, Dear Eli, thanks for buying our book and supporting us. We appreciate the support, and tell fans on Reddit how much we laugh at their BS. The fact that y'all think y'all have any effect on us is hilarious. We read every post and comment, and none of it ever has any influence on us whatsoever. Y'all continue to post your garbage for as long as you like. You literally can't touch us. We are so far above you. You look like ants beneath our feet. Keep trying. You will never reach us. When we become best-selling authors, y'all will still be low-life losers, hating on others because you hate your own lives. We hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy the book. Sincerely, Patrick and Sarah. Which I think is just hilarious because, like, if this isn't real, it sounds really real. And it sounds like something that they would say, bro, because they're just like this. They're just like this in general. But this was hilarious. And also, if they became best-selling authors or any more popular, then they would get, like, media news coverage. Like, they would get big news coverage, especially in their local news. They don't want to be more popular than what they are. And it's obvious that, like, they want to be popular, but then don't want to deal with the consequences of them getting that hate because, you know, they're weird and stuff. So it's like, do you really want to be popular? If you really want to be popular, you wouldn't delete your accounts all the time. Next is by Deleted. It says satire. Chris Hansen art. It's a joke, not true. Patrick and Chris Hansen's like, I have the chat logs. Which, could you imagine? I feel like, and I think I made this point earlier, I feel like Sarah would end up, or not Sarah, but I feel like Patrick would end up at some point, if Sarah left, be on, you know, the poachers, the Skeeter Jean, the Chris Hansen. I just really believe that. Or maybe just be a really big creep online. Free-Ingenuity6923 says, I'm crying. And it's like one of the posts where she says, point of view, people tell you you shouldn't wear tight clothes because of my size. And someone commented saying, you be dressing for your man, girl. Heart blushing emoji, heart emoji, dad and daughter dream team. I don't have a man, so nope, I dress for myself. Smiling with teeth emoji. Someone else commented saying she was referring to your dad, bro. Like, that's insane. The best meme for last is key_strawberry_2494 saying, point of view, Sarah's first time getting the water at SeaWorld, bro. Can you imagine, like, one of the whales coming up like this shark does on the side, bro? This is such an elite reference, too, bro. I love how creative people can be, bro. There's 8 billion people in the world, and just, we all have, like, random references that we can pull out. I absolutely love it. But that's all I got for now. Thank you all for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe as I make videos on locales, internet dramas, and more. This story seems to only be getting weirder, but also, it's kind of bad that they are, you know, thinking about leaving, because I'm like, hey, you need to stay, and I need to make sure that, you know, you get arrested first or something. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. I believe that they will return. Do you all think they'll return to the internet? When do you all think Sarah will escape, if she ever does, and will she ever get her dream job? I think she will escape at some point as she's starting to look less and less happy. If she wants to do her dream job, she'll have to move anyway to do it, I'm pretty sure. I think she'll get tired of home, and I think she kind of is tired of home already. But it seems like due to the Jenna drama, they are going to distance themselves from the internet, probably just for a few weeks or days. But again, make sure to like and subscribe as I make videos on internet dramas, locales, and more. Let me know your all's thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to follow my Twitter, it's linked in the description below as well. And in the end, I'm PERK30, and keep God close.
Ugh.